Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Oh. Get that out of there. Hello, good evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time of day it is. I'm not quite sure where you're at in this universe, but I hope you're doing well. It's your boy Maddie Rance, and we're here to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race Season 16, Episode 8, Snatch Game. Before we go far, before we even get into it, before I start our engines up, you must know, you need to know, you really need this today. Because I promise you, when I get in this disclaimer, this program's for entertainment purposes only, and content is not intended to malign any religion, race, gender, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions expressed by Maddie Rance and program participants are solely their personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human being on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program, so please don't be gross, rude, weird, and all the rest of that stuff. Grab your libations and strap in, because Maddie is a talker and you may be here for a while. Please do not post any spoilers in the chat, because why? And if you feel uncomfortable about viewing this program, consume some Activia and have yourself a very, very good poot on behalf of me. Listen, hope everyone's doing good today. I hope everyone's feeling well. I said this before, but I'll say it again because I am in a good mood right now. We're currently on day, what is this? The start of day 13 on my journey through sobriety. So no Jane of Mary, no bread, no rice, no pasta, and no juice. It has been a battle. My sleeping is interesting. I think my cats are taking advantage of me, to be honest with you here. But I'm on the right path. The fitness journey is there, working out every other day. I'm very much on the incline for the body I want to have for this. I'm a so I'm very excited. I also have gotten, oh God, that sounded terrible, but I got my tickets for Miami, both returning and going in that direction here. I actually ended up getting the wrong days. And so I'm waiting for one of the refunds to come back right now, but I'm ready to go. I'm ready for my trip. Y'all know I need a vacay. So thank y'all for those who have been sending me some love and those who have been sending me extra love my way. It's really been necessary and needed. I think if you can hear Mamu-chan in the background, trust me, my cats are driving me a little nuts lately, but that's okay. So let's get my social medias out the way. Let's go ahead and get this show started. Again, just opinions, please. Relax, if you will. Let's get started. It's at Maddie Rance everywhere except for X, which is at the Maddie Rance. There's a Linktree link in the About section of my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, the About section, once you click my name and you see that link, it drops down and gets you everything that you need. YouTube wants you to be over in that About section. If you're like, Matt, I don't get notifications for these lives, well, I'll help you out. On your browser, whether it's Safari, if it's Chrome, or for those of you who still use Firefox, hopefully without any vices. Make sure you put this as one of your bookmarks. That way you'll click on my main page and it'll take you there, and you'll see whenever I go live. Like today, when I pulled up my channel, I saw that I was about to go live by going to the main channel. Ha! Works out just like that. Go ahead and click that. It'll take you where you need to go. Also, I do reactions on Patreon. This episode is already up and available, as well as UK versus the World 2. It's so weird how it was like I don't know if it was like the opposites of what happened for each episode, where I was happy for this winner, but I really wanted someone else too, but I could understand. And then the other one, I was like, okay, I get that too. And then the one, but it was like, oh, I didn't want that one to go home, but that one went home. And I was like, yeah, well, finally someone took out someone in the largest group. But we will have that conversation about UK versus the world on Monday. If you want to get my first initial thoughts on it, though, check out my Patreon for as low as $1 a month, over 400 plus videos. I'm not going to be crying for nobody on Monday. I'll tell you that right now. At all. No shade, all filter. We'll get there, but thank you. Check me out on Monday for that review. You already know that I do Espana All Stars on Wednesdays too. Tekken Tuesdays for the girls that like to fight. If you're into video gaming, check me out on Tuesdays. Please watch those videos, get them to 1,000 views. Less ammo for haters, but also the views for these videos. Thank you. Thank you for getting the comment section too. Homework was done. Y'all didn't do it for the panel though. I was waiting for my 100 comments there. It didn't happen. But for this video, thank you for getting to 100 comments. Yes, it does matter for the algorithm and all the purposes in the world. So make sure you actually hit the thumbs up button. Leave a thumbs down if you're a hater. I don't know. Maybe you want to. That's what you want to do. It's your thumb. And get in the comment section and talk about this episode. Things you may have wanted, things that you were excited to see, where you want it to go, who you're rooting for. Whatever's working out. Maybe leave your zodiac sign. I would love to know risings. I also would love to know moons. Let's get there. We are a family. That's what we are over here. So thanks for tuning in today. Thank you so much for being here. Bookable on Cameo for special requests. Merch available at dragqueenmerch.com. Shout out to Bible Girl and Company, especially Bible Girl. What's going on the internet this week? Everybody's on some let's fight kind of stuff. And I'm like, y'all need to stop playing with my sister. You can talk about the performances as much as you want to. We know stiff when we see it, but that is a successful bitch. Have some respect on that name. That's family for me. Oh, yes. So shout out to my sister Bible Girl. And thank y'all for having me a part of dragqueenmerch.com. Get you some merch. How do you figure out what your rising sign is? So the best way to find out is to go through any sort of astrology website. Watch out if it gives you a lot of pop-ups. That's normally a bad sign. I use CoStar personally, and you need to know the time of day you were born and the day of. Well, if you know your birth date, you will know what day you were born. But try having your birth time. Your birth time is what's going to be really important, and that's going to sort of get you ready to go. Also, where you were born too, because location does matter. It do. So there you go. Astrology Cafe. Thank you, Belchan, is a really easy one to go to here. But I use Cosign. It's a very interesting app. They started asking you to pay for things. I never do. But for what it's worth, they give you the basic charts where you can sort of see things as it goes. And sometimes it's close to you. Sometimes it's not. I'm not telling people to. Some people don't believe in the zodiac. That's fine. I don't either. I just like when it hits me like, oh, that's close to me today. Or, oh, that makes sense for your boy. But was still one of those bent-wristed Christians over here. So thank you for tuning in. You know Miss Bible? Oh, yeah, I'm business partners. For those of you who don't know anybody with dragqueenmerch.com, that's a business relationship. But I know Bible Girl through not only that, but also when I lived in LA, currently know them through, of course, the YouTube world. They are a Rant Pack member as well as a good sister of mine. We've talked many times before. I can't wait to see her again in July. Literally, DragCon is the time of our meeting of an exchange of energy. But that's my sister. I love her down. That's somebody I'm glad I got to know over the years and have much respect for what they do. And of course, giving a lot of these queens a space to sell their merch, where I see some people were giving her some hard time today, but I'm like, y'all don't understand the ins and outs of the drag world outside of this show sometimes. And getting into local drag and into other things. Like there are local queens that have their merch through dragqueenmerch.com. And that's important because they may not have those opportunities when they audition for the show to get on just yet. And maybe sometimes it's already there. Maybe some people want a different way of getting money because the people who have that, there's a lot going on with that. So you got to give it up. Okay. Whether they got whatever they got, we in the door. But yes, Maddie Rants is a part of that entity, and you can get your Matt Tivia shirts, Rant Pack shirts, and Sundays are best with the panel shirts. There will be a panel this Sunday too. When folks leave comments like, where is this person? Where is that person? I don't want to delete that stuff, but I want to let you know that's kind of not the vibe that we get over here. Whoever's there is there. Enjoy the show. I want y'all to be right there with that, if you will. Okay. Now, If you want to drop a little tippy poo in my jar, it most certainly would be appreciated. It's not necessary for your participation today, but by all means, I'm a single father of 2 adorable Hellcats. Yeah, I'm looking at them right now. They about to start playing Hellcats, if you will. Plus, I got a trip coming up. Help me. As well as if you just want to show a little extra love, I'd appreciate it with paypal.me/Marantz, Cash App, $Marantz, Feminine Rants. The thumbs up button's for free, as well as the comment section. I appreciate you for being here, but by all means, extra love definitely goes a long, long way in support of your boy through this universe and world. Again, not necessary participation, but certainly appreciated. All right. Let's roll this dice. Let's get this started today. I have multiple choice opinions when it comes to this episode. I do. Let me just say this first. Actually, let me speak real quick. And this may not touch everybody's soul. This may not be for you, but for the person who's watching this today who is not subscribed, who watches me out of hate, or possibly sits on their computer or cell phone devices, whoever you're with, this is for you today. I don't know what side of the bed you woke up on. I don't know what bowl of cereal is missing milk. I don't know what pumpkin spice latte got you in a tizzy. Please reevaluate your stance when you are posting something online that you know somebody is going to see and your joke is actually not a joke. It's nasty. There is humor that's good. And then there are jokes that aren't actually for the landing strip. They're called crash and burns because you meant to take somebody out of a good feeling. This is a TV show. I am waking up to Q, now needing to be called Q exclamation point, drag bitches this morning over how they are acting in the workroom. Listen, I'm as passionate as the next punk. Okay? Do you hear me? To the camera. As the next one. But when I wake up and I throw a little joke this morning, for example, I am going to have an Elevate Day joke for UK versus the world. That's coming from a place of sincerity and honestly just fun and lightness. Okay. That's not from I'm here to drag you because I don't like you. Some of y'all are doing the most. If you don't like them on the show, that's fine. But like you're taking it to the streets of the internet, of the actual social atmosphere. And you are deciding to say things that you don't actually have a place on. I do drag. I'm still new to this game. I have a respect for that. I've been in the back room. I'm the one that's helped some of these girls get their packages together. I've been in a pageant, girl. I've done presentations. Used to J-Set for many of years, upstairs in Bartini's when it had the second level, before it was gentrified, baby. I have performed on stages before, South by Southwest for that matter. Miss Thing and Sissy Bounce music for that, with girls like Big Frida, Katie Rissis, Nobi, and my boy, Vakaradu and the crew. You do not want these hands. And I'm not speaking for me, but I'm speaking for the other girls. Everybody's got a resume. Do you? While you're talking about folks, while you're trying to drag people on the internet, you have no resume. You have none. How dare you? You want to be a fan? Buy a hoes merch. You want to be a fan? Get in the club. Tip that doll. You want to be a fan? Take your ass to DragCon then. Since you can't go to your local clubs and you're too young for all of that, get your mama to get you a ticket and get the fuck on board. It's getting kind of silly. It's getting a little ridiculous. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you in your teens and you want to act this way because life is ahead of you, or if you're an adult finding your way back. Big, big world, don't let it drive you crazy. Get real. We can pull receipts. Old stuff comes up. Relax. You don't want to get dragged? Don't be that girl then. You want to be a part of the team? Be a part of it then. But just like Nene said, you're playing for the wrong team. You really are. Yes, we can have a cack, we can have a keek, we can drag a girl, we can do all that kind of stuff. But I show up. I paid these bitches. I'm there for these hoes. I give a fuck. That's why we here today. Yes, mama. I love y'all. Even to the people that don't like me, I'm still going to extend that love your way no matter how you feel about me. But what I'm not going to do is take my time and my day to go ruin someone else's. That's not what I'm going to do. I need people to stop doing that. A lot of folks are doing that. Twitter especially. You may not like this speech right now, but it feels absolutely necessary. I mean, I woke up to Q dragging somebody over how she responded to Jane. And yes, it can be considered a little hypocritical based off of other things that she's done, but it's not to the point to where stirring this bitch. What? Amanda looks like this. What? Tsunami is boring. What? Relax. We know you are rooting for somebody. Trust me. Ain't nobody appreciative of like, I hate this bitch on behalf of another. Ain't nobody. All right, I'm done. Okay, I'm off. I'm off. I'm off. I promise you. I'm off. I'm off the soapbox. No shade. I've had people subliminally try to read me Miss Thing, and I've caught it, but I'm also going, you just tag me next time. I mean, I'll block you and you can take it like a badge, but like the exchange will not be mutual. It can't be. I just think it's ridiculous. I want to enjoy this show. Can we just, I want to enjoy it. But when I go online to look for opinions, like we can cack and keek, but when it gets serious, I'm like, y'all are taking this to heart. This was filmed over a year ago. And then some. They're already on another season. Anywho, let's start this up. Thank you for listening to my rant. It's your boy Maddie Rants. No shade to anybody and no dragging of any kind here, but you know, let's have fun. Like y'all like to weaponize. Let's actually do that, shall we? We don't have to agree with each other, but at the end of the day, we're here to support these people. You want the show to continue, you enjoy having these beautiful conversations, you got to stop talking some bullshit and talk some real shit. That was stupid, but I'll keep it going. All right. Moving through the category that is the beginning of this episode, we have Mhi'Ya Iman LePage reading what was left over of another victory in terms of a lip sync for your life. As Mhi'Ya had to remind the girls while they were all impressed with what she did, I needed to make sure that Megami knew what the time was and is, because bitch, she tried me as she was talking backstage. Well, she only is a flipper. She only knows how to do stunts, girl. I said, okay, Mhi'Ya, now this is the Rudy Huxtable I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for bad Rudy all season. Come on, Rude. Rudy Doodle. I was here for this Mhi'Ya. I see cracking of the shell. I see the shell cracking, and Morphine was low key was on the other side of that as Mhi'Ya read her and Loki destroyed her personally. Girl, you don't even like Megami. What? That's not true. She probably was just playing, but at the same time, it was a way to cut up the moment because Mhi'Ya was feeling her energy. And here come Morphine. Well, Megami's message was so awesome and sweet. It was really that girl. Let Mhi'Ya feel her shit right now. We miss Megami too, but we're going to continue on. Then we get on over here to congratulations to Plasma, but it was followed again. I said Morphine is really injecting herself, pun intended. Bitch, I could have had this role. We even asked for a hand raise to see who we believed honestly. Plasmanda Binds, you are nicer than me. You are much nicer than me. Well, you know, Morphine, I personally think that you could. Girl, sit down. Sit down. Tell that lady to be quiet. She coming over here trying to talk about I could have ate that role and I was mad that you took her from. Listen, once again, Rudy Huxtable not to be left alone in that corner. Stop lying. Clack. Real quick. And then turn into, I didn't say anything. Who's me? What's it me? Feel your shit. Get it on. It was a cute little beginning for the start of the show, of course, with Plain Jane giving us the, now that everybody that I think looks like a snail's pace and drag is gone, let's do this, sisters. I feel like sisters should always be like, if you hear that from Plain, you're in trouble. Sister. Just like it's honestly from Dawn. Sister from Jane is where we get there for that. Now, all of a sudden, why am I saying all of a sudden? We have to stop that. This is not this kind of storytelling, right? Math, calm down. I actually had my breakfast a moment ago. I got my clothes in the dryer. My dad. These are real things. Hey, so anyone else notice there was no random riddle on a 32-inch LCD yes, Vizio screen today. How this was quickly to the room and it was a conversation about past lovers. Morphine was mad at Tsunami. Were you telling us she was going home today? This attention was interesting. I was confusion because it's like they came in the workroom and then Morphine's, I got a story to tell. Hey, Tsunami, you remember that one time there was this guy that was in this club and I wanted to be with them and then you was like kissing on them, but the gag is that you were kissing on somebody else. And I was like, this is a fun story. RuPaul steps in the workroom. Oh, that's it? What that? Okay. No shade. I was just like, oh, okay. That, oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. RuPaul looks loud and clear today, and I do enjoy this very POW suit that is going on right now. It's kind of fabulous. It looks like this could be wallpaper at Trixie's Hotel, no shade. But the reading challenge. Actually, let me just cut the bullshit. We're going to use numbers here today before I put this. Actually, fuck that. Let's do a vote. Because I need to get this off my chest before I even start this up. And I'd rather preface it with the vote. The first vote that we had with 176 total is where are you at with this week's episode? 66% of you said there were choices made. Everything went perfectly. 15% of you, 13%, whew, a mess, and 4%, where am I? I love you, where am I? My name is Maddie Rance. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Before I start this next question up in our poll section, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Become a part of this Rant Pack family, and I appreciate you for being here. And if you want to throw me a little extra love because I'm poor, I've got 2 kids. They call me a beggar, and I'm doing what they ask me. Sorry, but no, for real. I have 2 cats that I need to feed, as well as a trip coming up that will really be helpful. And bills on the way. I thank you so very much. PayPal.me/Rants. Catch up. $Rants. Thank you for being here. But the thumbs up button is for free. Please hit it because the algorithm matters. And I also get paid through the ads that come through YouTube. So yes, that's always very important. I thank you for being here. Okay. To the question. I wonder if y'all know where I'm going with this. It's just going to be a yes or no because to be real, we don't really need to go into extra with that. But do you feel this edit was severe? For some, this episode, hold on, come on, Matt, bring it back. The episode ran the 2-hour time frame from the regular episode to Untucked. For some reason, I feel like there were things on the cutting room floor that would have made a lot more sense for a lot of situations as to why certain people were safe. 1. 2, when it comes to the reading challenge, what? And 3, it just, I don't know, something about it to me gave me, there were 6 or 7 minutes that could have been applied, maybe even just 4 of like different edits that were slightly not there. And I'm not criticizing this show. I'm not saying it was bad, but I'm saying I felt something was missing. Snatch Game in particular. It was certainly highlighted for the winners. Was everybody really that bad? Because to be honest, a few people weren't highlighted and showcased. I am going to make some contrasts and comparisons to who I thought people were. Because for a moment there, I thought Dawn was Marsha for 5 minutes until I saw the name badge. I was like, Megan McKay, are you sure? Megan doesn't even put her hair like it's. I still personally believe that Mhi'Ya should have just been Tiffany because high key she was without the quotes. We're going to get there. But there were just some times where I was like, what is going on today? And I'm trying to figure this out, but we will touch base for just a second. I don't remember everyone's jokes because this wasn't the worst of the reading challenges. I had an okay time. There were a few that I found to be very funny, and some that I was like, no, not so much. Not so much. Tsunami won this challenge, and I gotta be real with you. The first joke wouldn't have implicated any sort of you are gonna win this because you basically told us that you wanted to fuck Jane. That's adorable. Okay. That's fine. Good for you. Good for you. The other joke when it came to Saphira, hilarious, including RuPaul with the Morgan Freeman bit. There you go. Now, I think the end of it and where I found Tsunami winning is when we had an insurrection joke from January 6th. My problem with that moment is that, and it may be because Morphine is from Florida, and no shade to those of you in Florida. I'm literally going to be in Miami in like a month. You didn't know the reference? And I mean, I am American. I said, huh? Huh? Wait. Then here come Mhi'Ya. Oh my God. Do I even remember that read? Oh, it was something so bad. She said, wait, who was it for? It was like, you're this person, dot. Oh God. No, I did like Saphira's read though. No, there were a couple that were cute. There were a couple that were cute. I was concerned for where this episode was going to go when Mama didn't know about. This is a joke. We're talking about the joke right now, aren't we? Good. Huh? It wasn't a bad. It wasn't bad. Was it bad? It wasn't bad. I don't think this was bad. I thought that some people's edit was like, oh, they got one joke. There wasn't anything else. I hate when they do that. Is it going to be released online later? Can we hope that it's going to be released online later? I'm praying it's going to be released online later. Plasma kind of dragged, Jane. Was it too mean? I don't know. There we go. The pun was, I'm a Libra and Tsunami is a Cancer to the drag community. Boom. Oh Lord, you didn't get the reference either. So, oh well, that's a shame. I'm gonna be real with you. If you're not from America, I can understand. If you are from America, I would say that is a shame. And I'm not trying to read, but that was a very critical time recently that we almost went through over here with lose. Basically, this was about to be, in my opinion, and if everything went the way it was, what was that show on Hulu with the babies? Off Red. It was about to be that kind of mess over here. Like very that. It was gonna be that. God, I never finished that show. I got so mad every time that lady got so close to getting out. Every time. Handmaid's Tale, thank you. It would always fuck up. That's why I had to stop watching the show. I had to stop watching it because they kept on messing with me, and I was like, I don't like this. I don't know. Oh, the Dawn joke was kind of funny. It was Dawn to Nymphia. Knock knock, who's there? Banana. Knock knock, who's there? Banana. Knock knock, who's there? Banana. That's what's like talking to you. I was like, oh. But Nymphia's was funny towards play. I wanted to hear the rest of the joke with the beard. I don't know, maybe my read or a light read for Plain Jane would have been like, Plain Jane, I always want to ask you, since your face resonates with the smell of shit, are you okay? That would have been stupid, but I think that would have caught a laugh. I don't care. That would have caught a laugh. Mama, she's from Russia. USSR. You okay? Come on now. I think that would have been a funny one. Morphine. I think when it comes to BBLs, you are basically a Nintendo Switch Lite. No, that would have not worked. I would have to reword that one a little bit differently. In terms of BBLs, you are the Nintendo Switch Lite version. Hip supply, but the back don't match. No, I couldn't do it. There we go. In terms of BBLs, the hips apply, but the ass don't match, or the thighs don't match. Kickstand. Boom. There we go. Who else could we pull in here? No, I'll have some jokes later. I'm actually going to make sure to ask the panel members to pull out a read. If anybody that had a joke for it, I'm going to give them that homework tonight and see if we can pull some stuff for tomorrow. We got some super chats. Thank you so much for the soupies. Let's go. Shauna. Hi, Maddie and Rant Pack. Hi to the fur babies. Hi, Shauna. Thank you so much for being here today. And thank you so much for the tippy poo with the super chat. Shout out to your fur babies as well. Will, how you doing, hun? Baby, Q was cutting up this morning. I was gagged. I was here for it. It was getting kind of ridiculous. I was reading some of the tweets like, y'all really posted that? Why? Back to Will again. Thanks again. Shout out to local artists and the Ru girls who are doing the viewing party. Some of us are outside supporting them. Exactly. Because again, you not only realize that tipping these dolls is important, but then going to those establishments and then being patrons keeps those doors open so those people have places to work. Will, again, thank you so much. I'm going to be real honest. I think Dawn is getting denim edit. They're cutting up, but haven't showcased anything that justifies it. Will, I would say no, because I can hear Dawn a lot better. A lot better. I don't have to turn the volume to a specific notch. Thank you. Belle, thank you for the super chat. Morphine not getting it like, girl. Listen, some people aren't there and some people are. Some people have it on 5 different networks for their cable or whatever packages they have. Maybe they're just streaming girls and they don't do local news. It is what it is. Belle, back again. Thank you. Nymphia making plain say too much, sister. I mean, listen, LJB, Plain Jane, the Eastern Bloc of the season. Goodbye. Thank you all so much for the super chats. I appreciate it. You leave denim alone. I did. I listen, when that season ended, I did, Jazzy. When that season ended, I did. All right. And when that last season of Down Under was, that was my last season of that. Hey, they're told about Snatch Game, get a character. We don't need to really run through it just yet because sort of we'll get where we need to go. Chad Michaels, Cher enters the room. It's the only time you will see Chad look taller than RuPaul because RuPaul is on different steps. There's nothing wrong with it. Please don't take it far, y'all. It's just a light joke. I don't need to explain the reads. They're just tipping on through. Chad Michaels. I was kind of here for this, and I'm glad they brought somebody in who is very familiar with not only doing impersonations, but also being funny on the spot with Ru. Because, all right, everybody, with Snatch Game, and y'all know how I feel about this. We've been talking about the show for years. The name of the game is to make RuPaul laugh. The name of the game is to stay in character. The name of the game is to not stress out. Hard to do. I can only imagine from the many seasons I've watched. I can only imagine even from the stories I've been told from my own drag mother. Oh, excuse me, not my own drag mother, but people who I know who have been on Snatch Game, who have done the do's when it comes to these characters, queens that I've spoken to that have talked about it. Matt, when you get there, you think you have it all here, and then it's not. And it's a lot longer than what you see. Y'all get like a very small clip of what goes down for the Snatch Game. So I can only imagine having to be there for a good ass amount of time, having to stay in character. And then when RuPaul throws me a little something my way, I have to then banter back perfectly. Again, she got to get it. Not the people on this panel. She got to get it. It's a hard game. And I'm going to be real with you. I'm not going to take away from somebody who won today, but I'm going to present my case for why I think somebody else should have won, in my opinion. Although I still see why the other person won. Made sense to me. Wasn't too mad. I was just gagged. Because I said, now hold on. And I'm going to present my case today. I am. There were many missed opportunities, in my opinion, when it came to a few moments here when they talked about the wig on the table with Mhi'Ya. And it was sort of, are you coming for my gig? I was very disappointed. Mhi'Ya, you were supposed to go into that Gerber baby meets Grover from fucking Sesame Street voice that you did and present that. That was an entire meme, GIF, whatever you want to use for the term. That was it right there. I was so mad she didn't pick that up. I was like, oh my God. Rue actually, that was a softball pitch to her right there. I was like, oh my God, you were supposed to, come on, sister, pick it up. Pick up the note. I was a little upset, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I was like, come on, that was it right there. Anywho's, I still believe that the whole, are you sure you want to do New York bit? I mean, I think she was ready to do New York. I think she would have been fine to do New York, to be honest with you. What she did present was, it got her where she was at, but I thought to myself, baby, if you had put that tag down, if you had just put that name, New York Tiffany Pollard, and then put on some of the quotes that Tiffany has done on top of what you were already given, I would have assumed you would have been just fine. But I still think you were smart for what you did because, I mean, it was related to a celebrity. Why are you there? But hey, you could have been Sukihana, low-key. Anywho, continuing on. Sapphira doing James Brown is one of the most go ahead, say it, because it's like doing Diana Ross in front of Rue. It's a courageous move. It's a big move. And if you don't know who James Brown is, I suggest you look them. If you are a fan of music and you enjoy all these artists that you see today, I suggest that some of y'all who may only have one artist in mind as the Omega be all to go do your research on music and where music comes from and the artists from back in the day, because James Brown is very influential into this motherfucking scene, if you will. Okay, very influential. Very. So I loved that they were going to have this moment and we were going to get it done. And she said, oh, I already know the information, because RuPaul gives a quip like, I remember seeing him back in 68, 69, back row. Da, 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 da. What did my sister do? Oh, I know. That's why I'm doing him, because I know you know. Oh, that's a big shot. Now, Donathan Taylor Thomas over here. I said, oh, good. Bitch, you could have told me this was an episode of Home Improvement and we were on season 2 when Donathan was really going through it. JTT, DTT over here. Oh. Oh my goodness. Jazzy, when we get to the runway, I have a personal moment with Sapphira. There were several things that happened today where, again, not only relatable as somebody who's also from Houston, they live in Philly now, but also a Libra, but also lost a parent with same sort of situation that occurred. And then also you going to present something on the runway that I actually used to do for fucking years. I was like, see, this is why I have to meet her. Speaking of which, Sapphira, speaking of which, because I know you're watching this, hi. Blake saw her performing and got a chance to talk, and she confirmed watching the review in the panel. Shout out to Sapphira. And of course, I'll get the opportunity to see her in July. Yes, Jazzy. I used to J-set is what we would call it for the boys when we were at the gay clubs and in the establishments, or for those who live in Houston that know of Black Gay Pride, which is Splash out here. We used to be on the beach and cut the fuck up. And that was that boom, 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 boom. Oh, baby. I still have my counts ready to go. You do not understand. Jazzy, do you not, you don't hear me, baby. I still got my counts, and I love it when whoa, Matthew, don't get up. Whenever I see some girl's butt and I'm really feeling my shit and I'm drunk, and this might happen in Miami if I go to the club and someone throws me a quick count, girl, I'll go into my 10. I will go into my 10. We will start with the 8s. We will get to the 16s. Don't get me to 32, bitch. It's over. Once it's the 32s, that's when I get to throw the little backhand springs into the Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to Rod. Shout out to the people that were a part of my early days. The Texas Sweethearts were our name, and we used to buck in Bartini's before it became that Great Oak place that's now in 2020 and out there on the beach on Galveston, pumping that puss up, baby. Yes, ma'am. I used to go to practice at Joe's house, drive all the way to Atascocita, sit to this house, girl. We were doing bucks for 5 hours, girl. Sweat. I was out there in full gear. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, baby. Very that. That's a part of my beginnings growing up. So shout out to my punks and my babies out there with the broken wrists and stuff like that. Don't let nobody tell you different, bitch. Pump through, okay? Pump through. Because we used to cut back in the day. Absolutely, yes. Because like that's what Jay Setters is basically through, like the majorettes with the HBCUs, like the Tigerettes in well, hold on, let me get to Jackson State. You know, also my family, like our core is through HBCU. My mom like went to like what Alabama State, and then we have like a lot of folks. Actually, I was supposed to go to Alabama, y'all. They actually wanted me to come, and I was like, Dancing Dolls. That's also a different version of it when I think of majorettes, because that's sort of like they encompass a lot of hip hop into their choreo and routines versus like when you go to like an HBCU, like, you know, football game and you see the girls like in the bleachers cutting the fuck up. Oh yeah, yeah, my mom was Alabama State alumni. But yeah, like do not get me started. Okay, let me come on back. Get back to this. Get back to this, because y'all gonna get me up. Y'all gonna get me up. I used to love it. Joe in the front. We're doing that. He would throw that number up. That's the count we about to throw. I'm like, all right, bitch. So mind you, they used to have me in some of the counts. I go second every now and then, but they like me to end it because I be the tail. So that way I throw the hardest. Because at the end, when you're doing your last count, you want to throw a little extra. Okay, sorry. Anywho, Dawn was a little bit, you know, commentary for I don't like these girls. Not really, but Dawn was very much giving her Dawnist opinion, talking about playing a little kiss ass. The Lux joke was kind of funny. She said, no, don't include me. That somehow got to the internet and people were trying to make that a big deal. I hope y'all didn't see that, because I saw it. Someone had tried to pull Lux, and I said, y'all, it was a joke. This is light. Listen, this is light, okay? Who saw that movie Problem Child? Who saw that movie Problem Child? That's an old movie. Problem Child 2 was better, by the way. Go ahead, Donathan. I like you, bitch. You know, we know we good people. Yes, Don reminds me of that little boy and Problem Child girl that put that baby in the not the baby, but what was it? He put them in the drying machine. Hilarious. Problem Child 2 was better. When the other girl got introduced and they were like having a competition to see who was the baddest, that was it for me. They were fucking each other over. Oh, I loved it. That was such a good movie. I'm sorry. Oh, John Ritter. May he rest in peace. Hey, he did pass away. He was the dad, huh? Oh, come and knock on my door. Yep. Someone's waiting for you. Hers and his, 3 company 2. For those of you, this is the poster for the movie in case you're interested in seeing it. There are a lot of good movies from back in the day, baby. Yeah, Problem Child is different from Child's Play, but they're both redheads. One's just a doll with the serial killer soul based off of voodoo, Ade Due Dimbala, wrapped into that little good guy doll. The other person is a child that has no soul, according to Cartman. via South Park in the Ginger episode. The bitch is not even ginger. Daywalker. Oh my God. Okay, we gotta go. Let's get to Snatch Game. Daywalker. I just want to ask how you're doing here at the Hilton Head Stay. I can't do it. We're fine. Now leave us alone. I can't. All right. Stephanie, thank you so very much for the tippy poo on Cash App. Most certainly appreciate this from you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hearts to you and your kitties. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I got to get more litter. The handle broke when I was pouring it in the other day. Girl, it was a mess. I'm never buying those big ones again, y'all, and trusting the grip. It's not appropriate, but thank you so very much. I certainly appreciate it. Ow, I banged my knee. Man, bear, pig, Al Gore. So Snatch Game. Yes, let's go through each and every one individually, shall we? Before we do, shout out to not Chris Evans over here, because when I saw him, I forgot his name. Please forgive me, young man. But you were told that they said you're a stunt double. And I looked at you and I just assumed you are Chris Evans' stunt double. I don't know why. Is that true? I would be gagged if I was right. He looks like Chris Evans' stunt double. I'm sorry. Like, this man looks like he's thrown a shield or two in a Marvel movie, possibly. Maybe Johnny Storm? I don't know. He looks like Chris Evans to me, but like that big and like tan. I don't know. I'd be gagged if I found out he did it, because look at me. Look at me. I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Laith Ashley, you better be getting the time you deserve, baby. You better be getting the time you deserve. A couple of years ago, RuPaul wouldn't have acknowledged you, Matthew. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Hey. Settle down. Oh, my goodness. I mean, that was not a lie, but thank you for those of you who understood that was not a lie. But at the same time, I'm very happy that Laith is there, looking gorgeous as usual, and the tan is giving. I remember Laith when they were a little light. For those of you who remember Laith from that modeling show with Arise and our good sister from Pose, Dominique Jackson, Electra for the babies that only know her by the TV show name, but yes. I said nothing. I swear to God, I'm gonna get in front of RuPaul. She's gonna be like, you know what, bitch? I would be like, you know what? I love you. Please sign my copy of your book that I have ordered. Yes, I ordered RuPaul's book. I'm gonna be excited to read it. I actually bought the book so I could read on the plane. I'm not going to be able to sleep for 2.5 hours on that plane ride. I'm not. So I bought the book to read while I was on vacation. Thank you. So let's talk about these characters, shall we? It's your boy Maddie Rants. There's 335 of you here. That's awesome. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of my Rant Pack family. I appreciate you for being here today. If you would do me a favor and make sure you get in the comment section after this, please, 100 comments would be awesome. And over 100 likes would be as well. Appreciate you for being here today. And hit the tip jar if you feel like it. Thank you for the super chats. PayPal.me/rants. Cash App Simon Rants. Venmo Rants. I haven't had bread in 13 days. What is life? Shout out to everybody else that is not about bread. Right now, what are we doing? Do you know how many commercials come on and there's bread? You really don't know. Especially if you just cut cold turkey, y'all. I'd be having the shakes every time a Pizza Hut commercial comes on or something with dough. I'd be getting sweaty, like, ah! I'm almost to 40 days. We're almost there. We are almost there. Shout out to Shishi. I was legit about to order some fried food and I got a message from them on Instagram, like literally in the nick of time. And it said, Maddie, don't mess up. Keep going. I was like, in my mind, fucking bitch. Like, how dare you? But also, thank you. And I ended up getting, once again, chicken tortilla soup without tortillas, which is really actually super awesome because shredded chicken in that wonderful, wonderful seasoned and spicy tomato broth is just, it's everything. All right, sorry. It's been working though. I've been losing a lot of fat and not in the butt, which has been a bless. Well, I can't. That's genetics. All right, to the show. My bad. Talking about me right now. Loser. Stop. Okay. Let's talk about Cubert. All right. Let's talk about question. Chicken soup. I can't because there's noodles in it. So I have to do anything without noodles, rice, or whatever, or bread at all. I even got a burger with leaf. I said leaf. Lettuce. That's a weird thing. I don't care what anybody says. Lettuce around a burger is not a burger. Okay. I had it from Five Guys. That wasn't a burger. That was a misconstrued salad. Okay. I said leaf. That's what it felt like I was eating. No, well, if I do potatoes, it's normally only one like thing of hash browns, and I'm talking about like a cup of hash browns in the morning, and it's with my 2 eggs and hash browns, plus a protein shake and a this size water every morning. I do a salad and grilled chicken in the afternoon, and then for the evening, it's normally some like broth based something like I did that burger for once without the bread, and then I also will make some more chicken, and then just actually grill some veggies on the oven. I have like a little grill thing that I use, so that's it so far. It's fine though, because I'm finding new ways to season stuff, and it's getting interesting. Back to the show. It was a leaf. It's a misconstrued salad. I'm telling you, it's not a burger. All right. I think Q did the job. That's what I thought. That's it. That's all. Chickpea pasta? That sounds interesting. I like chickpeas. I do. It was decent. There wasn't a lot to go. Well, I can't tell because we didn't see that much. If I'm going to be honest with you, it felt a lot like we got certain folks got their edits to the T. And I think Q is one of those people who, if they had funnier jokes, we wouldn't know. Mina hopped up on the counter, and I had to just politely let her know where the ground was because we don't get on the counters. In this household, you have many things to jump on of higher persuasions. The kitchen, no. The bedroom, yes. The kitchen, no. Please get down. Love you, baby, but I'm not gonna say. I mean, this is a black household, but at the same time, cook on them counters. Mamu knows better. She's another one. You know, them torties, y'all told me the tortitude is real. Yes. She also, Mamu got mad at me this morning, man. Sorry, light conversation about the babies. Mina's new thing is literally to sleep next to me in the morning after she gets her morning breakfast, and she sort of sleeps with me till I wake up, which is like another hour or two later. And Mamu howled at me this morning, like loudly. So I had to put him in the bed. He was like, I'm not hopping up there. He wanted me to pick him up. And then they want to fight for pets. I'm like, oh my God, this is too much. So yes, love my babies, but jealousy is running amok right now between Mamu versus Mina. And Mina's like, I'm just going to take over because you're not moving fast enough for me. Stupid. Anywho, I thought Q was fine. This was fine. This was fine. It wasn't bad. I like how Q looked too. You know, it's funny. She could have told me she was Oh, this is sad to say. She could have told me she was that one lady that died at the beginning of Up. Is that who you were, Q? Were you the first 10 minutes of that very, very sad beginning to one of my favorite Pixar movies? Because that's, no, I'm just kidding. But I'm so sorry. I'm bringing this all the way down. We were just talking about cats. Do, 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 do. 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 Ellie, yeah. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Well, let's move on. Oh, this is the first time someone laughed at this performance. All right, so here we go. I'd rather it had said Halle Berry on your name tag. I would have rather. I wish upon a star that you just put Halle as low in tone as no inflection hit your throat. Had you had put Halle Berry in the front of that name tag, I would have believed you were her. Now, when you said the gold tooth fairy, and then you said I'm making up an original character, I wanted to Shea Coulee stop you there, because I thought you were paying homage to a previous winner. I did. I said, we've already had this, though. I mean, two different entities. This is Earth 616 Gold Tooth Fairy. Mind you, 328 over here. You know, the one with John Krasinski's, body ripped into ribbons by good old. We don't get to see that project. Oh, my God. I just thought about that. Oh, we don't get to see that project. Did they cancel that show? Because Shea Coulee was supposed to be a part of the Ironheart series, and didn't they cancel? Wait a minute. Is it? Please tell me it's postponed. I hope you got paid, sister. I hope you get to talk about it soon. If they did did they cancel? It's been on the back burner for a minute, because they had the strike that went down. Then Marvel also made bad decisions in, investing in Jonathan. I got hands for the wrong one measures. You know what I'm saying? 2025, Jesus. They pushed it that far, redoing the, oh my God. Just give us X-Men and stop. Ooh. I have to be kinder to my things here, because the table didn't appreciate that bang. I'm going to do that again with more precision and not touching. Didn't bang. They're going to do that. Boo. So, to this performance, as we discuss other things that were more interesting, Tsunami was themselves. I love you, Zuzu. No, you can blame Sony for Madam Web in that monstrosity of a film, and y'all are going to try to stop making that one lady from Euphoria that played a victim for 3 years. It's Miss Sweeney. Can't do her. God bless that baby. Gorgeous soul. I don't like their political views, but gorgeous soul. Y'all thought that you said the Dakota lady was gonna be a good run? Okay, cool. I can see into the future, and it's not Raven. I don't care. my God. What a bad pitch. Who was in the studio, in the room and said, hey, everybody, we've been making money off of Tom Holland and Zendaya's flat asses, for all of these years. We're going to pull in this bitch, excuse me for saying that because I like her, no disrespect to her, from the 50 Shades of Grey series to play a psychic Spider-Woman and then throw in 3, no shade to these women, randos. This lady is playing a nerd who is not even the range for you, boo-boo. Then these other 2 babies, along with your fight, the Met girl, I was done. I was done. I saw it. I didn't see it in the theaters. No shade. I didn't like it. I'm just gonna be real with you. I couldn't do it. I cackled a lot. If you want to see a good comedy, I go see it. Not one redeemable quality about that movie. What a waste of money. I said, ooh, I hope it fails. And I hate to say it like that, but ooh, I hope it fails. That's how I felt about Morpheus. The same way. Why did you make this a thing? Ain't nobody care about that. Look at the Hunter movie. Craven. They pushed that bitch back. We don't care about this. Sorry. No, Suspiria, but here's the thing, Robert. Now, the material is what makes, okay. Hear me though. That's a good movie. It's good material. You are like, oh, the original was great. I'll go see what I'm saying? This was an original idea. Do not pull Jennifer, I hate Libras Lopez into this room right now. We are all blessed and highly favored in here. You do not want my hands on that lady. I was like, what? Oh, now I know why I don't like it. Okay, cool. I never liked you. Oh, good. Tell me more about you. No. Oh my goodness. I'm just glad Ashanti can rest her voice. All right, Mhi'Ya wins is next, and Christina Milian. Ooh. Since she can't lay her own vote. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You know, she looks good as Jane Goodall. Okay. Isaiah, thank you so much for the tippy poo on Cash App, showing love, and for the Ruche, thank you, baby. Hear me out. Not to be too critical, but listen to where we're going with this. It was bad. It was one note. And then when she tried to save herself with the I came here to speak, Jane Goodall wouldn't say it so not like that. Like for a conference, maybe I thought would have been a better rhyme for that. And Rue was like, like real talk. It was, I don't want to do this no more with you. You're not getting it. And I feel bad for her. I do find it very strange how people are like, oh, she did bad in this. It's the arc. She won the season. This is the arc for every person who's. We have many episodes to go. I want her to be in the top 4 just as much as you. Relax. We're watching a TV show. God, it was this was the funniest part to me, not when the puppet came up and we did more monkey noises, but when the binoculars came out. I feel like I wish Mhi'Ya would have focused more on that and made it seem like she was in a tree lost in the jungle somewhere, and to not make the focal point on the chimpanzees with bananas. We get the bananas as a theme, and I love that for her, but I'm also like, you know, there could have been more to that story. There could have been a little bit more. But I kind of wish she went with the binoculars bit, and that would have been a whole thing. Like almost as if she was narrating the special she was on. You know how there's those the documentaries that Jane Goodall does with her research with gorillas and chimpanzees. Like it been more inclined for that. I think that would have been some funny dry humor there. Missed the mark though. Hold on, we got some super chats. Let me get you up in here. Belchan, that has a swear word in it, and I noticed that when I highlight those, I have to go through the whole process with the submitting for the to be monetized. So I'm just gonna say thank you and read it. Belchan for the super chat. This is the game of kiss ass like Donisha. Thank you for the super chat. Will, oh my God, please tell me I read this. I did. Okay. I have to worry about Will's post sometimes because y'all be going in over here. What did Phaedra say? I do too much because you do so little. Miss Donna Minikin was trying to say Saphira was pulling a Lux. Girl, the name of the game is Impress the Bald-Headed Man. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Will. Matt, we was discussing the Dawn and Lux of it all at the viewing party. Hell, Aja was trying to find out if Lux tweeted about it already. Surprise, surprise. I wouldn't have been. Thank you, Will. LJB, thank you for the super chat. Plasma is giving us full Life Goes On TV show. Patty and drag, Corky out of drag. When I get to Patty LuPone and the disappointment I had in the room, that people didn't know who the fuck Patty Legendary LuPone was. Like, you even have American Horror Story to go off of with that lady, but there's even more, way more before that. But I was like, okay. I saw her. Belle, thank you for the super chat. Tsunami saying her first choice was Celia Cruz, but she felt it was too safe. I wanted to cry. I bet you money she would have been fine with Celia. I think she'd have been fine. Drewski, how you doing? Thank you for the super chat. Ao should have never apologized for that podcast because not singing, obviously, indeed. Drewski, when you get some hardware and you start to become a part of the conversation, there are some people who are known for blocking blessings. So sometimes you want to just be the better person. Because they get very, very sensitive. You should ask the people at South Park about that conversation with that said particular artist. That's still one of the funniest but most offensive episodes of South Park to ever be made. Y'all don't know the levels of horrible, but what? But hilarious that was. So much wrong was happening in that episode. Cartman and Ben yo, Ben Affleck splooge, y'all, please, do not get me started on that. Mitch Connor, I'm like, how is this on television? Taco flavored kisses, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. That episode was wrong, wrong. It's like the same person, but not a bitch. I was like, wow. I'm kind of surprised they haven't done Drag Race yet on South Park. As much as this has culturally impacted a lot of social media and media on its own, and the phenomenon with drag, I am actually shocked they have not done this. I'm shocked. They need to. Yes, South Park, you should have already been on RuPaul's Jock. You should have already been there. Please and thank you. Please get there soon. Don't do us dirty though, because we love you and you've been on the right path for most satire shows. So please. Shauna, that part, she's not it's the way they make her say Puerto Rican too. I'm like, oh my God, please stop. Every time I see it. So you said, Jacob, you're asking, who is this? Now, my initial thought, and Dawn, this is no shade. When I tell you, you could have put Marsha's name down there 3 times, and I would have assumed you were giving the beginnings of Marsha tease. Because I have never seen Meghan McCain give this kind of hair. Ever. And I watch The View, unfortunately, some days. I was looking for the ponytail. I was looking for the watch that looks like it's cutting off her circulation. I was looking for the nails that are pointing at Whoopi Goldberg in essence of, I don't like you because of more than just your opinion. I was looking for the pandering to the Drag Race and Gays Meghan McCain. And you did not give me that. I did like the first joke, though. The first joke was funny. The View, triggered. Fine. It took a long time to get where you wanted to go with the basically I pay people to get away with stuff, which I saw where that joke was. It was a smart one, y'all. It did have reference. But I kept looking at you going, she's going to jump over Anitra, or Anitra's going to jump over her. I thought she was Marsha, girl. No shade. If I also stare at the, like, if I look from far away, if I look from really far away, it's Marsha, which is 2. There's no 3. Just look at it from far away, y'all. Get your eyesight out of there. Yeah, that's her. I think you are blessed and highly favored this week. And I love you, Dawn. This is not shade. I think you are blessed and God, if you don't even believe in God, I think the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit had your back this week. I'm going to be real. The conversation could have been yours too. No shade. Love you down. That conversation could have been for you this week. I'm happy that you were safe, though. I am. I'm happy you were safe. Because I like Dawn. I don't get the people that hate Dawn. I understand if you're like annoyed or you wish there was more going on, but I kind of like the Dauntacy of it all. The Dauntacy. Belchan, them not knowing Patty LuPone made me upset. You yelled, but I said that calmly. I'm so sorry I didn't give you that you needed. Like, come on, her voice work and other ventures is almost too little to miss. Patty LuPone is also, isn't that the voice of is it White Diamond, or who is it from Steven Universe? I can't remember. Also, Patty LuPone was excellent in Pose, by the way. She was a very hateful woman in Pose. Very hateful. Was giving Elliot with 3 Ks for me. LJB. It is 2024. We have moved on from that. It's Ellie Insurrection now. I'm kidding. Thank you for the super chat. I am kidding. Calm down. Bio Miss Flores, thank you for the super chat. Dawn, you did Megan, but no, I just went to Jamaica, white woman braids. Oh my God. Yes, that is Megan. I don't see what's wrong. I was giving back to the community. That kind of Megan. Natasha, thank you for the super chat. I enjoyed Snatch. Nobody bombed, in my opinion. I kind of like, listen, it's giving tsunami, and I love that for you, Natasha. I'm happy that you felt that way. And this is not me being rude. I'm like, that is an awesome opinion. I'm here for it. I do not agree, but I think that's an awesome opinion. And I'm happy that you feel that way. You know what? More of that. More of Natasha's in this world. Because we're bitter bitches. No, we're not. We're not. We all feel our ways. Don't do it. Oh, my heart rate went up? Continue. No, it's not like, for real. Honestly, if you liked everybody, that's not shade. That's interesting to me, but I agree with it because I'm like, okay, I can see where you can feel that way. I wouldn't have said that, but yes, no one did bad for you, and I love that, and that works for Natasha and maybe somebody else. I just wish those comments were highlighted on Twitter, because what I read is something else completely different, where they're like, fuck her. She's terrible. I hate this queen. It sounds like somebody is a living potato with the roots coming out of it, just typing away on their computer. Angry, angry, angry. It's really annoying sometimes. I've had to mute Drag Race on Twitter. I've had to. There is no way I'm going to get around it. Because somehow they pop up. And I also want to blame some of y'all hoes who I also follow back. Some of you Twitter folks. Because guess what? You follow those people. You like some of their comments. And guess what happens? I get suggestions. I would have never seen that shit. Y'all better clean out your friends list. I don't care what nobody says. And I know y'all like Jane. I like Jane too. I'm one of the first people to defend that lady. Sapphira won this to me. Okay, Sapphira, here I go. Libra to Libra. We already know we close on that level. Hey, sister, you met me through Blake already. Can't wait for us to have that equal exchange in September to October Libra. Crest, moon. 7th grade, junior high. I almost at the school. I had to catch myself. I was about docs. 7th grade, junior high. The first time I had any sort of theater production. I had a teacher for 1 semester, and then I was in a play with her. After that, this is the story, really light. We had to come in and we had to impersonate somebody, and it's supposed to give us some sort of something of us, right? I had no idea who I was going to be. Do you know what my mother, Deborah, did? Matthew, because she never said Matt. It was Matthew. My dad called me Matt. Matthew, do James Brown. We love James Brown in this household. My mom played him all the time. I had leather pants. I had a leather jacket. I had a leather vest. I had no clothes on underneath except for some dress shoes. I walked into that room. I put on that boom box. This is how long ago it was. A boom box. There was no streaming. We had to bring in CDs and tapes. And I did get up. Get up. So when she did James Brown for me, I already resonated. I know some people don't like that. Oh, man. I love the people who I love. Fuck off, right? So there was already that resignation. Not resignation, but that resonance with me. I feel my sister. So I was like, oh. And again, a pivotal time in my life because that was the first play I did. And the teacher who became, of course, the director for the play, the show was Hollywood Hillbillies. I was Larry the director. You can look up the play if you can find it. It's called, I was Larry the director. I was the effeminate director who was in charge of the town. And I was really looking for the next star that was out there. And I was nervous on being the character because I was already getting made fun of at school for being a little feminine. So people were calling me gay and the other word and this, that, and the other. So when we were doing the rehearsals and I initially did my part, I did it with a lower voice and she hated it. She was like, please be yourself. This is part of my makings. This is why I love moments with Drag Race and people making decisions where it relates to us in current time. She's like, be yourself. And I'm like, what do you mean be myself? She's like, this isn't you. And do you know what that lady told me to do? She goes, I want you to go watch a show and then come back and be that again. And I was like, who is it? She goes, go watch Will and Grace. See Jack and Karen. I said, okay. Under that, I went and watched the show. My dad was mad. My mom said, well, that was the assignment. Matt's going to watch it. Changed my life. Because Jack was just being himself. And that was who I used to act. Well, I mean, I was very much that in school, but I was always afraid people pick on me. And it was just like, oh. I came back the next day. I redid it all. She goes, changed my world. Thank you, by the way. I hope she's still with us, but that changed my entire life. Just stop acting like somebody else. Who cares? Literally. And the first episode I saw was the Cher episode with the doll. That was my first Will and Grace episode. Hilarious. Hilarious. Oh, my goodness. But yeah, again, for those of you watching or listening, I do these long videos. When we watch shows like these, there are moments that are outside of the realms of just for TV. This is where we relate to people. This is why when people tell us their stories or they pick characters that we know, it means something. And so James Brown being a character that RuPaul not only knows everything about, but was a big fan of, grew up with this person as someone who they aspired to or believed in, admired. That's a big swing from Sapphira. That is the reason why I think she didn't win. Because Rue's expectations were here. So. And she did very, very, very good. I personally think that did an excellent job. I didn't see not one miss. But in my opinion, I'm watching this show, the way I'm thinking about things, I say Rue was grading her harder than anybody else at that table, in my opinion. I'm happy Jane won. I'm not taking away from Jane. I'm going to give Jane her credit here. But the way that they had the conversation in the workroom, the way that we got to the Snatch Game, and there were points when I see RuPaul trying to throw Sapphira off, that was not given to Jane, and it was not given to anybody else on that same sort of tip. That lady took you almost out of character and you clocked her, Sapphira, and I was here for this. That's why I was like, why are we not giving this extra credit? You literally brought up something that had nothing to do with Lil Jon, and it could have easily have thrown her out that character. But when I tell you this was a masterclass in pivoting back to the point, way back to the point. Dancing shoe, character shoe. What you mean character shoe? I'm James Brown. Character shoe. This is my first time here today. Rue was out of it. When I'm talking about you thought you got me, bitch. The last time I saw you was 1969. That wasn't me. Now, how was that not included in the conversation? I'm so sorry, not to shade Jane, but I'm like, she did not get that same pivot energy that Sapphira was getting. And that's why I think Rue graded her a tad bit harder. I am okay with the win today. Do not confuse what I'm saying. Just know I watched this and went, if I'm going to grade this on just the scale of Snatch Game, Sapphira peed. Destroyed, destruction, great. And was able to, you're not going to throw me off. Like what was happening with Tsunami. Because you saw when that happened to, I don't know. But I don't know. Some people weren't able to do that. Didn't lose their character. People were losing their character over her. They were jumping. Look at Jane Goodall and not Shea Coulee up here. Come on now. And then there was an outfit change and you went from a different era of James Brown. Please. I'm sorry. I was hot. I was a little hot. Give them both the win then. You've done that with Ginger and Kennedy. You've done that with Ginger and Kennedy. You've done that with Ginger and Kennedy. We will disagree. I don't care. I stand my ground on this one. And I stand it. I don't need to change it. I'm good on me for this one today. Because I sat there hot. Ginger and Kennedy, not Eureka. Did you say Eureka and Kennedy? Like a burp for Eureka? Like, did you say Eureka and Kennedy? I know. I'm not trying to call you out, sweetie. I know you meant Ginger and Kennedy for season 7, right? When it was Adele and Lil Richard. I'm about to say. So I was like, Eureka, I mean, a portion? I was here for this. I was. I actually I'm sorry. I was here for the singing bits of it. I was here for the full presentation. I just think that Rue was judging on a higher scale. Could there have been moments that could have been taken to another level? Absolutely. I can apply that to everyone's journey. I don't think anyone was perfect today. Personally, I thought that the only two, though, for me, who were just never lost sight of the game was Plain and Sapphira. Those two were the only ones that kept it going for me. That and Mhi'Ya a little bit too, but we'll get there in a second. But yes, go on, Sapphira. How do y'all not know? Not y'all, but the people who didn't know. I shouldn't say how do y'all not know, because then you feel like, how dare you? I'm young. I shouldn't know these things. You're gonna, is what you want to say. Because whenever you call Beyonce a grand lady and all that kind of stuff, you do know what you're in. Okay, anywho. All right, back it up. Back it up. Patti LuPone is legendary. If you're a young queer who is looking for icons to follow that are of the years before, lots of things, or at least in certain time frames, I really would suggest you get into the Patti LuPone of it all, okay? Oh my God, what if she did Eddie Murphy? I need someone to do Eddie Murphy one time. It's not going to be me. Oh no, a certain fan group likes to call Beyonce a granny as a read because she's older. And it really is, and it's infuriating because I'm near Beyonce's age, so I'm over here like, wow, that you're calling her a grandmother? Wow, that's nasty. I wish people would swallow more. Anywho, so Plasma, this was my problem with you. Shout out to Baked by Bunny. I'm telling you, Rue. I'm telling you, Rue. You know that one time, Rue, where they said this about me, Rue. Yes, that's right, Rue. Oh, but this Rue, and there it goes, Rue. And that, it was fine. It was fine. It was fine. Lots of this though. I was like, it feels like she was nervous. I thought she was trying to summon Mayhem Miller's spirit, okay? Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan. And we were about to hear a laugh in the corner from the room at 6 o'clock in the morning for no fucking reason. I still was okay with it. She also she did a good job when Miss Morphine gave her a bad joke and she was able to run through with it. Like, I'll drink to that. She was just a fence for some people, in my opinion. She was a fence for jokes. That is actually a very, yep, that's a good way to put it. She was a good fence. She was. A lot of people had to go over her to get to the other joke. Yep. They're that. Mm-hmm. This breastplate is distracting. Thank you, Jose, for the super chat. Sapphira gave a winning performance, but Miru felt plain took it a step further by taking over the whole panel and reacting to other contestants, while Sapphira mostly just volleyed with Rue. True. Edited, but true. Possibly. Belchan, thank you for the super chat. Like, what do you mean you wish she went further with this? Also, the character shoe was weird because no one gets clocked by wearing the same pleasers or shoes. I agree. I feel like it's a thing now, and I think it's maybe just because I don't know if they want to focus on Sapphira's feet. Maybe Rue has a foot fetish. I don't know, but it is what it is. I can agree to disagree with Jose, where I'm like, yes and no, because I still feel like Sapphira did enough where it didn't need to have the whole panel, in my opinion. But I get what you're saying. And for Belchan, yes, I think the shoe is a huge focal point. Okay, so I'll be real. This breastplate is throwing me into a lot of different spaces that aren't good. It feels like I'm supposed to lift it up and slam it a few times, and then someone's going to open her door. Do you hear me? It's giving that. Or possibly I'm going to see this breastplate on the back of a pickup truck, a semi-auto vehicle, if you will. And it's going to be swinging back and forth if not. I feel like those are two chocolate nuts sitting on the back of somebody's 18-wheeler. I do. Because it does not connect with the rest of the skin to where it blends so well for me, and maybe just the way that it's settled on top. However, was I entertained by performance? Yes. Do I believe she could have put New York, Tiffany Pollard's name there, and had a few quotes by Tiffany along with the exact attitude she was giving, and she would have also still been just fine? For sure. Do I believe that if I pressed on her breastplate, it would pop and I would know that the items, if I were to ship them, would break instantaneously? Yes. Am I hungry for Whoppers? For sure. For sure. It looks like half of a waffle cone. Low key. Cadbury eggs, if you will. I like that gutter snipe. She's giving Easter titties. Go ahead, Easter titties. I feel like she's gonna lift them up and there'll be eyeballs, or she's a transformer. Go my on the page, go, ga, 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 and she turns into a vehicle. But like one from Stunt Racers from the Nintendo Super Nintendo. I feel like the breastplate's gonna lift up and she's gonna turn into one of those cars from a Chevron commercial. I just feel like all of a sudden Maya's gonna be talking about good gas and diesel premiums. I'd be here for it though. Come on, Exxon. I love Mhi'Ya. This is not shade. Hear me out. It's not shade. I can't look at it. I feel like I'm about to knock on the door. It's going to be a Netflix series that's only going to be one time, limited editions. I can't. Limited series. God bless her. No, she did a good job for me. I was entertained by it. She knew just to only go and make noises and get it very to the base. Very to the base. This also reminds me a little bit of when Coco did RuPaul's cousin, okay, for the roast. It's not a person, but it's related to someone who is relatable. And if they can just play into it and not do too much or overthink it, it can just hit just right. And that's what she did. She played Trina's cousin. We know who Trina is. That's that. Yeah. So it could have been multiple choice in my opinion, or people she could have been. She could have been Sukihana. She could have been Saucy Santana. She could have been somebody from Baddies East. No, 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 no. I'm thinking of everybody on Baddies. No, no, no. It would be funny if someone did Natalie Nunn one year. Maybe I'll do that if I ever get on the show. I would need to get a prosthetic chin. Okay. And a vape pen. If ever I did Natalie Nunn for Snatch Game, I need a prosthetic chin and I need a vape pen, honey, and I'll be set to go. I have won Snatch Game in a high pony for no reason. Okay. To you, Max. In our streets out here in the United States of America, Natalie Nunn is a U.S. treasure. That is the biggest lie I have ever told on this channel. She is a treasure, though, in the Oxygen and Zoo streets. She is. Nicki Minaj quoted her. I don't think that Natalie still gets that it wasn't like a big ups to her, though.
I mean, I could definitely do Biggie. I could definitely do Biggie. What's up, Rue? Hey, Rue. It's me. I'm Biggie. I'm on Baddies. What's up? That's right. You know, Natalie got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, real talk, real talk, real talk, real talk, real talk. Like, right, what you mean? What you mean?
Like, I could definitely do Biggie. That wouldn't be difficult. It'd be light Biggie. Beige Biggie.
No, like, Roller, you smell. You smell like 4 different smells. I'm telling you.
Oh, Armando, are you a barb? Don't do that. You know that didn't sound like her. I clocked that. That was light shade. I'm gonna read that and let you go, knowing that didn't sound nowhere near her. Nowhere near her, baby. I Stallionaires, calm down. I saw that. That was an attempt. Quilvio, thank you so much for the tippy boo on Venmo. Sorry, I'm just now seeing this. That was going on. Saphira won this episode hands down. Thank you, baby, for the tippy boo. Appreciate you. Talk about some girl. Honey, I'm from Houston. You can't do that over here. You can't do that. No, she doesn't have a lower voice. She does not have a lower voice like that. Megan does not sound nowhere near that, baby. Like nowhere near it, girl. Like no shade to you, a little bit. Where I'm like, girl, nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. No. We can talk about a lot of things, but that is not what we are going to agree on at all. You will not take that away from her. Like, bitch, who I sound like more than I sound more like Leslie Jones than I would sound like Megan. Okay. Anywho, now we need to get on to Plain Jade over here from Soviet Russia as they do this character all the time. Did you skip Morphine? Did. Sure did. Because they deserve their bottom position. Anna Delvey. Cool. We got it. Great. All right. I to be very frank and beans with you, or pork and beans projects, as Mai would say, I forgot Morphine was there. Blame it on the edit, if you will. I'm being very. I forgot she was there. She was bad. I forgot she was there. Of a character from a show that you needed a subscription to see. I was like, oh, okay. God bless y'all. She wasn't that bad to me. I love that. I love that. That is beautiful. To me, yes. To Jane, though. Jane was hilarious. Now, one could argue we've already done this shtick, but bitch, go with what you know. So that is how I operate. If RuPaul tells you if it's not broken, don't fix it. Also, I like to say this. Jane did the ugly joke first. Then Morphine did it to Plasma. I was kind of confused. Like, I was like, okay, see, this is why the girls say you didn't do bad, but you're over here stealing jokes that you already told in the workroom to Rue when you were telling the character. You literally same jokes. I stand by my statement. I thought Jane did a very good job. And it was almost like she was being the person that they feel that she already is, if you get what I mean. Like, very nonchalant, Russian idiot, but possibly a bitch at the same time, full on jokes, all of that kind of jazz. I thought she did a good job. And like a point Jose pulled before when we in the super chat, she did play to the room. And it was funny. This is someone who she knew how to be. She took the role. I do receive criticisms for those who are like, well, she didn't go outside her box. But also, this is Snatch Game. Why are you going outside of anybody's box? Make that lady laugh. She knows Russia. She knows of all of that that's over. Listen. She know it all. Let her go into that. Saphira went into RuPaul knows James Brown. I'm going to pull this in. Let's play someone that Ru knows. Everybody else, I feel a little bit different in their decision making, but to me, Jane chose someone who's clearly on her radar and she studied. Can make fun of her. She won't be upset about it. And Saphira did the same thing. I don't think everybody else did, in my opinion. I think others had ideas that were good. It didn't fully flesh out. I also will say, I think the edit, maybe we didn't see every joke. Maybe there were some really good ones we just didn't get. I'm not familiar with that woman. All I heard was Russian Stephanie Germanotti. Like, that's all I heard. Russian Lady Gaga. So I said, oh, okay. Serbia's, excuse me, Lady Gaga. Let me be correct here. Excuse me. Correction. Okay. So I said, oh, okay. I'm assuming this is where we're going to go. And I was somewhat not correct. It felt like I was watching if Melania never had Trump as a last name. But there you go. Is that twice now that two Snatch Game characters were played by people from that, specifically Russia and Serbia, like in that general area of the planet? Like, is that a fact now? Like, two characters now have one from that, specifically from interest. Did I just pull up a Drag Race fact? Aquaria and Jane. Right, because Aquaria won for Melania, huh? Wait, Katya got top 2 for doing Bjork. That was so funny. Oh, we were blessed. All Stars 2. Alaska, Mae West. Oh, 2 Slavic characters. Okay, T. Someone tell Cetera Aside that they need to update their Drag Race statistics. God, yeah, All Stars 2 was that girl. I highly enjoyed that. Even Alyssa Edwards doing Barbara, please, bitch. It was so bad it was good. I don't think Drag Race Russia is coming soon. I don't see good old, and let me not put that at the beginning of his name, but I don't see Putin doing that. I don't see, especially with the agenda that they're currently working on right now, I don't see that as that being a part of the category is. And as much as Jane was trying to talk it like, hey, it's not, I'm like, girl, I hear you. I be seeing so much. I mean, I've done my own research when it comes to like rights in Russia and how people operate out there and shit like that. Like, they end up putting people in jail who are gay on like crimes that aren't actually the crimes they committed. Like, they be just finding stuff on people sometimes. I know it's not everywhere that's over there, like fully like that, but there are certain portions and parts where it's not good. But as far as it being illegal, like Jane was saying, she's on the money with that. I do know that it's still a very serious climate out there, but say in certain countries in Africa where it is very much illegal for that kind of stuff, or even to be a different sexuality. It's a lot. Anywho, let me not dive too heavy into that atmosphere here. Exactly, Marco. That's why when she said that, I was kind of like, well, that's technically the same. You know what I mean? Like, they're literally trying to remove laws out here to not have certain LGBTQIA plus people protected. And in certain states now, they've actually gone through with set agendas. You know what I mean? So that part. Jeremy, thank you for this Tippy Poo on Venmo. Rolling Ray would be Rolling Ray would be hilarious. Can you imagine someone doing Rolling Ray for Snatch Game? Judge Toller. Bobby, Rue, why you lying? Why you lying, Rue? Why you lying, Rue? They'd have to spit every time they were talking. Either way, I thought Jane did what she needed to do. NGP, very good observation. Plain can't talk on. I shouldn't have highlighted that. God damn it. Swear word there. Lord forgive me. Please, YouTube, don't be mad I highlighted that. My bad. On American TV, it affect the rights of her family. You know what? I see that. I get it. I see that. Because, the stories we know. But anywho, I ain't talking about them, folks. 420 in the room. I'm not doing this, but if you are, go ahead and light it up for me, please. Hit that like button and share and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Pack family. Appreciate you so much for being here today. Overall, Snatch Game wasn't bad. Snatch Game wasn't bad for me. I thought a couple of people had small moments, but wasn't impactful. But it was really Saphira and Jane that were running the show. Bottom row was doing more work. The top row was a little bit bare to me. A little bit bare. A little bit bare. Oh, Tsunami. I don't know if I can blame it on the edit, but I can always say that, yeah, it did feel like it was about that time to hit the old dusty trail here. As you were talking to Saphira and the optimism you had for being, I thought you did. She's like, I think I did pretty good in Saphira. Saphira was like, okay. She didn't say you did. Okay, I wouldn't say you're in the. She goes, I wouldn't say you're in the top. I wouldn't say you're safe. It was like I read what you're saying, girl, and I love you down, but I would rethink that strategy of thought. A lot of the girls are aware because RuPaul and company did tell them that Jane had to use their immunity potion very soon within the next 3 challenges, or it would expire, and she can also use it to save someone else. So people are buttering up to Jane, and she is enjoying the flavor of begging, if you will. But we do get to learn a little bit more about Jane's background with their babushka, their grandmother, and of course their upbringing. I am reading top 4 energy from this edit. I am not gonna lie. I was like, oh honey, we're getting story. We're getting story. Y'all know how it is. We get story when they're either going home or they're doing well, or any sort of conversation in between that lasts until I believe I'm gonna do something. I believe I'm gonna do something. But Saphira had my heart here today, and when they had a conversation about their background and how they were raised growing up with their chosen dad. I'm not sure if it was stepfather specifically because it didn't say biological father, but out here he was a UFC or was an MMA trainer. I'm trying to remember here at Saphira, but while you had a tumultuous time in certain cases of understanding drag and who you were, there was a time when he did get close and he did understand, but maybe not see the full vision it is now, right? And unfortunately, he passed from COVID, and Saphira didn't get that last call, and it's that sense of regret. I definitely related to this. If you saw my reaction, I was crying. The last time I talked to my mom was on July 26, 2011. Excuse me, July 11th, 2011. And she passed away on October 26th. It was the 25th technically because of LA, but the time I got the time frame, it was the 26th in Houston for me of October of the same year. And I didn't get to have that last combo like I wanted with my mom. And I was supposed to go visit her, but I had to cancel my flight legit literally weeks before I was supposed to come there. I was supposed to be there for just 3 days. I had to cancel my flight. I had to deal with some bullshit that was happening in Houston. And I really do regret not going and seeing her burn that, because the last time she saw me, it was a lot because my brothers and sisters were there and it was a bunch of drama, but we still had like a really good moment too. I wish there was more time and stuff like that. So this moment was very relatable, and I appreciated the vulnerability of Saphira. And as much as people are online that don't like her, which is really weird, are calling her like, oh, she's so stoic and this, that, and the other. She is, but there's also a person in between. There's also a person in between this, just like for everybody that's on the show, whether we like them or for whatever the case may be, and you just hated something they say. This is why I'm always going, I will throw a shot or two. I'm going to cack with these girls. I will shade, we will, all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, these are people. At the end of the day, everyone has their own story. Again, you just may not be on Twitter like that or read threads or go into it. Some folks like to, in order to show their support for another, they have to tear down another person. And like when people were celebrating or thinking, oh, Saphira should have won, the first thing Jane fans did, yes, I'm calling you out, is went in there and told people, you're crazy. Did you see the shoes? Da, da, da. I'm tired of people rooting for this bitch. Da, 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 da. I'm reading comments this morning. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, you can't just celebrate this other girl. You got to break. Someone can say they thought someone else should have won this and it not be a down or a negative for the individual who did win. I hate that I'm bringing this into the conversation, but it gives context because people going, I've never seen it. I'm not making it up. I wouldn't have brought it up if that was the case. It's a lot sometimes. And so I resonate a lot with Saphira. And so I'm going to be a little bit biased in my opinion because I'm a big fan, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I still like everybody, but that's who I'm rooting for. And I'll gladly say it. I love Mhi'Ya too. I love Jane as well, but that's my Uno right there for the season. If you need a name on it, there it is. That's my own. That's my number one. She don't win, I will be sad, but I hopefully in the future, as piece of cake can work with Saphira on something, please, bitch. But also just in general, as a human being, I relate. I can see your loving of it. This dress is, I kind of like it and I kind of don't at the same time. I'm kind of yes and no about this. I don't know what to think. I don't even know if I have an opinion still. I'm sorry. I don't. The color is nice. The fabric is great. Why the headband with the clutch? So much I want and so much I need and so much I like her. I don't know. It looked like she's about to go sit on the toilet. Like she hiked up the dress, is about to squat. The clutch looks unnecessary. It's like, is that your billfold? Like, it's like a men's wallet. It feels like a reference to something. I don't know. Show us what's in the dossier, Rue. I wish Tia Coffee was there just to say that to her. How does it feel? The heel was very Geneva. Car crash. I actually like this as a full body look versus I'll be real with you. I do like the full body look of this a little bit more. No, I don't. Do I like this? I love you, Rue. Can y'all not like do me this dirty? Like you do every year, World of Wonder. You know I've done so much for. I love this show, but come on. Let's be real here. It looked like she's dressing for radio, like she about to sit down and not be seen underneath it all. Dun, dun, wah, 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 wah. I think I highlighted that super chat, so I'm gonna pass that one by. But thank you, Bell Chan. I don't think I missed it. LJB is giving me mouse pad for wrist issues. That's funny. Bell Chan lost my mom on Mother's Day almost 8 years ago. I'm sorry to hear that, Bell Chan, and the regret I felt around her death made me feel for Saphira. Again, relatable moments on the show that are really important to share with us viewers that can relate, and also sending my condolences to you. K-Stat, look at the puppy. Jane was shocked she won. She was gagged. Drewski, thank you for the super chat. Forgot to pull it down again after the sweatpants. I'm telling you. Listen, RuPaul looked like she just gave some of her star booty away with how high that dress is hiked up. Michelle Visage, it's fine. I think she's pretty today. Carson Kressley, do you care? And Kira Cedric, what are you doing there? Shout out to Kira Cedric, though. Excellent actress. A lot of people online were like, who is this lady? She's a great actress. She's an excellent actress. I know her for a lot of shows on TNT, but she's a good actress. That is who Kira Cedric is. I'm very confused why she's there, but I'm also like, hey, a celebrity name, maybe people who don't watch the show that know Kira Cedric. You were on that show with those gays and other people of trans identities, and then they find out it's a cool show. You never know. You never know what pulls people in. Don't judge. Judge. Don't judge. Judge. I'm a Libra. You judge. Yeah. Wait a minute. She's married to Kevin. I'm like aware of her as an actress, but I had no idea that that was Kevin Bacon's wife. Wait, are you telling me that's Kevin Bacon and Kira Cedric's daughter in Smile that got eat? I mean, oh, spoiler alert. Whatever the fuck that happened at the end. What? You know what? That was information I could have lived without, but I am happy that you shared. Thank you. I would have still lived on many a moons, many of days. But that might be useful for some trivia later. I thank you. I would have lived many years and still been good. Oh my God, that was me getting fall. Okay. Carson looked like he going to somewhere in West Hollywood and tip people only $5. I'm kidding. Carson would tip 20s. Dancing Queen, do. I do like the category. I know they can go multiple places with this. Let's get the polls up here today. We're going to start with Q first. I found it very funny that she did the robot. It's actually very ironic she would do the robot. It's like, yes, exactly. All right. Is it giving? Is she cute, or is it a chop from New Kids? I'm going to say she's cute. I like the concept. I do not like I'm not here for the full package. I like it for the idea of what it's supposed to be. I just don't. This is my least favorite thing she's worn. Her mug is great. This is just my least favorite thing she's worn. I still think it's a good outfit. It's not my taste. I have to borrow a little Sasha and Trixie moment here and say this is basically Bob's outfit for season 8 on a budget with lots more colors. I don't like it though. I see the... Not a burp. Hold on. Mute. It was all in my chest. It's my least favorite thing she's done. I still say she's cute because I see the work that's been put into it. And the mug is wuggy. I don't like it. God, they are really trying to get the family still up. Does anyone watch that show? Leatherface and his kids. I'm interested in seeing that. No, I'm not. I'm telling you, beat up meat with beautiful daughters. That is an interesting concept for a show. You want to see my daughters? See how they go. Sylvester Stallone. It's fun. Damn, can I do Sylvester Stallone for a Snatch Game? RuPaul. Adrian. I watched Rocky movies, actually. I was forced to as a kid. Why did they do that? Where did that come from? It's like I wanted to say one more thing and it just get it out. This is stupid. Oh man, I think they're playing it on MTV, but it was originally on Paramount Plus, and I guess it's actually one of the number one shows on Paramount Plus. I kid you not, when it's on the air. So I think there are a lot of people who are very, entertained by all that kind of stuff on television. My daughters are beautiful. What's going on here? Good for them. Good for Q. Let's wrap Q's poll up, shall we? That's disgusting. Q. 59% of you said she's cute. 35% of you have chopped it. And 4% of you say it's giving. I think the she cutes are taking it. She's cute. Go ahead, Q. I think the shoes are severe, actually, with the cover over. That gave it more points for me. Mm-hmm. Now Zuzu? Tsunami? That's a pretty girl. In La Roach voice, that's a pretty girl. That's a pretty girl. I need to know, are you giving it? Is she cute or is it a chop for Tsunami Muse giving us salsa? I am going to say giving. And you may not appreciate it. I understand it. I got it. But hear me out. Mama looks good. I think she looks gorgeous. This is the dress for the assignment. She also was giving presentation in terms of the salsa and was doing it just right. The mug is wugging and the hair is cute. It's not too much. It is simple. I think the simpleness of this is what's selling it because presentation's key. I like it. It's giving. For me, it's giving. She's gorgeous. And I like to see this side of Tsunami, real talk. It kind of gives me a little bit more of her. I also like how the dress was moving too. It was right. I was like, yes, ma'am. I like this little bang with the ponytail, giving me all kinds of Mhi'Ya when she had a career errors. Oh, it was take you to the laundry mat, or Brooke Valentine before she got on Love and Hip Hop, early 2000s. Or how a girl feels, I want to say, very that. Who remembers Yummy Bingham? Come get it, baby. I got a lot to keep the boy last. Come get it, baby. I got the truth. Oh, for my young babies, you do not know. You do not know. We were blessed with so many artists that never made it past 2 singles. Bitch, we were blessed. So many that had one-hit wonders that were giving, girl. Yummy was one of the girls. Very much that. Come get it, baby. Come on, Trey. Come get it. Who remembers Dream, that first group? The dune buggies in the sand, please. Come on. Come on. Every music video, someone was in a random white room with padded walls with random lights and their name and some little neon in the background going in, bitch. Oh my God. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Oh my goodness. I hate it. No, I love this stuff. This is giving. I thought the presentations would sold this. Let's wrap it up. Ooh, I kind of like where we wrapped it. 48% say giving, 47% say she's cute, and 3% say chop. He loves you not. Come on, Pesky. You know the song. I said, why are they in doom buggies driving through the sand? And we talking about he loves you not. That made not one lick of sense. Not a lick. None. Almost as much as never ever have I ever felt so bad. All Saints. Man, the feeling when music videos were just them with a green screen, and it's just never have ever felt so bad. And it's just bopping, bitch. Just bopping. Oh, O-Town looking ass. Okay. Not one video back in the day. They would even do making of. The concept is us just sitting in a room and it's like all the stuff behind us is happening. And yeah, let's give it. Fatima, I do not. I have not. Otter. Oh, I love it with the Hello Kitty on the top. Thank you for the super chat. I have not. Oh yeah, I'm telling my age every time. Proud to be 30s. 80s, baby. You know I'm proud of my age, bitch. I know it's gonna make me feel bad. I look this good at this age, bitch. Live this long, okay? Dark Aeon. She knows better. She know better. Samantha Mama. Know the love the way you love me. Do not love me the way I think you do. Coach, tell me right now, it's time. Didn't I sleep at night? Sorry. Joseph, once I saw Samantha move, how dare you pull me out? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's move to Nymphia, please. Let's move to Nymphia. Oh, I said Samantha was looking to jump from a building, y'all. Lo behold, like take a look at that video, baby. She was Michael Scott trying to make a point. Oh my goodness. I can't. Oh my goodness. Let's talk about Nymphia's look with this beautiful presentations. Japanese buto in reference for the specific dance style. It's very storytelling, slowed down, lots of facial expressions to then convey said points. I just want to get back to this screenshot real quick. I like sometimes when Nymphia gets on stage, I am taken to Tekken and I'm taken to the song Moonlight Wilderness. This is especially for those who know what song I'm talking about. That piano starts playing. I'm taken to that song every time she gets up here because it's something. It's giving. End of discussion. It's a beautiful outfit. I also didn't see her lip syncing in this to I just want to dance with somebody. That would have been stupid. Who clocked the shoes? Who clocked the shoes? Also, having that veiled skirt. Hold on, come back to me. All that material, look at how she did it in the shoes. So when she was walking with the dress, it would be as if her feet were on top of the material, not touching the ground. You're not seeing her. You're not seeing her. You're not seeing her. That's a bad motherfucker right there. No complaints. It's fabulous. It really is. This was I just had to stare at it. I'm like, this is it. I enjoyed it. Beautiful. 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 Let's continue down the line again. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Become a part of this Rant Pack family. Hit the like button if you could for me, please, or thumbs down if you just need to get some anger off and you just want to take it out on me. Or why would you do that? But whatever. And get in the comment section after this. 400 plus in the room. Drop a tippy poo in the jar if you feel like it. And that's paypal.me/rants. Cash App /rants. Rants. Don't forget, I have merch available at dragqueenmerch.com. I do have a Patreon where I do reactions for as low as $1 a month. In this episode, as well as UK versus the World, is posted. And Cameo. I saw a comment, Hermes, in reference to a storyline. So if this is Nymphia's moment of falling, I guess for storyline purposes, for Saphira, it would have been the moment of doubt when she used the immunity potion too quickly, because she could have technically, based off of her current track record, still had said immunity potion with her. I wonder what Jane's will be. And if it is just her not being an asshole like she was in the first couple of episodes, will that be acceptable? There's also the matter of who is fourth. That's the part I think y'all need to really invest on that. Who is the fourth one? Those three I can see so far. That fourth one, that's the one I'm looking for right now to see who is going to get it. I would say Plasma right now. I want to say Plasmanda Bynes currently, but I need something to shake in her. We haven't had to see her fight for her life yet. You think it's Q? Q has given us a Jonathan edit, and it's not her fault. It's kind of, the particulars of Q. I can see someone who's put a lot of work into what they've done, and sometimes when they feel like it hasn't been reciprocated or received, or, when they can look around the room and tell that their work definitely speaks for themselves, Mama comes out a little bit hard. But I don't know. Q can't dance, can't be it for me, though. Q can't dance cannot be the emphasis of her. Well, that's the problem. She has no rhythm. She's a beautiful thing to stare at, but strutting on the runway, not so much, and a dancer never will be. I don't know. We will see. I'm very interested to see how this goes, because I do know of something that's going to happen in the middle of the season, actually within the next maybe 2 or 3, probably 2 episodes, probably maybe 3 at the latest, where we might have a moment of like, oh, but I don't know. We'll see. Yes. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap this poll up. Little rubber will do. That's fine. Ooh, scandalous. 93% of you are giving this. 4% of you say she's cute, and 1% of you chopped the look. I'm going to assume that everybody who chopped its name is Ashley, and this is an episode of Recess. Okay. Dawn is next, giving a little polka tease. Dawn. You know, at one point in time, I thought somebody was going to throw Dawn into a pile of flowers and have her cry while she watches her man being burned alive in a bear skin outfit. But, you know, this isn't Midsummer, so I think I was a little bit off with that. Let's see here. Are we giving this? Is she cute or is she chopping her? I don't know why. I looked at Dawn's outfit and I immediately was triggered all over again to see Florence Pugh. I don't know why I went there, but I was there. I also felt John Candy's spirit in essence of Home Alone, the Polka King, pop through on this one too. Hell, we can throw Uncle Buck in that piece. She's cute for me. I like her makeup. I'm into the turning red of it all. I'm into it. I'm into the Pixar production. I'm here for. I like it. It is the outfit. I'm okay with this. I think this is fine. I can't chop this. She didn't wear elf ears. No, I do. I like this. Yeah, she's cute. I won't take it back. You like the shoes? That can't be the most positive thing on the outfit. We've seen those. The shoes. I like the wig. The wig is cute. Come on, y'all. We could think of better things. I swear to God, she's about to be thrown into that movie. I'm seeing them flowers on top of the head. Dawn, did you see someone fall from the top of a cliff? Were you holding the mallet? Was it you? You find out that Dawn put something that wasn't supposed to be in some man's drink. That movie was so nasty to me. Mm-mm-mm. I hate you, Cuckoo said. I like that she wore clothes. You know what? That's for you. That is for you. No, Midsummer is interesting. It was like one of those rides that just got worse. And for me, not in a bad way, but more so, why hasn't no one moved yet? Why are you letting this man talk to you the way he's talking to you? You know what I'm saying? There were a couple of times they could have just easily made different decisions, but they allowed themselves to get put into the situation. That was my only issue with Midsummer. And Dooley likes that movie, and I'm the one that I loved Hereditary, and Dooley hates Hereditary. Hereditary is one of the best horror movies I've ever seen. I don't care what anybody says. Ooh, Bali, no, we're not going to have that conversation. You can have it in the chat, but I won't be engaging. I can't. Let's wrap Dawn in plastic. I wish my neighbor would go ahead and just drive each. Toni Collette was in Hereditary. That entire dinner table scene was perfection. She basically told her son she didn't want him. My God. Okay, Saphira Cristal. Y'all know how I am, but I think I literally already talked about this and why it relates to me, and why this is definitely giving for me and multiple reasons. And this is definitely, I think some people may not get the full reference or understand like this kind of stuff. They also may not like the outfits that people who are majorettes or certain people wear and all that kind of thing. So I get it. It may not be for you. This was definitely an ode to the Black girls of the HBCUs. This is definitely to those of us who are part of the J setting community and those of us who do 8 counts that full bit and work. It's excellent. It's excellent. Oh, we yell it in the chat now. I'm gonna do. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to troll back real quick. Your options are giving She's cute or choices. Very that. I have nothing but respect for this. This is a part of my life and how I grew up, and I saw all of this. I think it was so dope that they used drag you as a reference to, and it would be because it was a school. So, like being a majorette for a drag you. Like, I was like, that's very clever. I am going to ask my sister, are you going to change the shoes at any point in time? Like, I didn't care. I didn't even notice it personally until they continued to bring it very much up. But I would ask because it has been on occasion, several instances. Are you going to change the shoe? But like, other than that, I have no complaints for this. This is referential. Again, maybe people don't get the HBCU appeal of it all. Maybe you don't get where a lot of this comes from. I know there's been moments on the show where I've seen people steal from the culture, from the elites and majorettes with certain moves that people throw. They don't even know where it came from either. Maybe that is not enough for you. I'm okay with that. And you may feel like, oh, you coming after me. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. Like, you don't like this, you don't like it. Cool. I'm just telling you where the history of this outfit comes from and why it actually pays for me and why it does what it needs to do. You don't get that. I do. Southern raised. This is what we were all about, right? There were majorettes at high school. Sometimes they had different names, and some of them were like, what's that team called? Normally they have a different name for them at schools that don't really encompass a lot of color. I'm trying to think of the name for them, like a Lariat. That was one for the Woodlands High School, Lariat. So I was like, girl, what? Or was that, wait, no, I think that may have been, no, those are the high steppers. Yeah, high steppers. There we go, the high steppers. Oh, yeah, we had all of that at school too. Drill team, there you go. Drill team. Mm-hmm. No, Spirit Squad, no shade. Spirit Squad used to sit in the corners and you know, where is it ill-fitting? Can you point to that? I don't see that. No, it fits pretty good. I think it fits really well. It looks really good. It's giving for me. I appreciate the presentation. That the leg was up. You say it's baggy in the short area? I don't see that. Fits perfect. I know Purple Rain. I'm like, I don't see that. But okay. Maybe they're like, it's a little quarter of a millimeter of an inch loose in the neck and the back. Maybe that's what's upsetting y'all. I don't see it in the waist though. When she crouches, the crouch is off. So when she crouches, like when she's dancing, like when everybody else's clothes would move too. Okay. All right. That's how you feel. Okay. No, if they don't like it, y'all, they don't like it. It's all right. I can't relate, but I'm like, oh, okay. It's giving. 64% of y'all, 29% say she's cute, 5% are choices. Right. Listen, y'all are right. They are right. Everybody's right. Whatever lets y'all sleep at night. Everyone's correct. Everyone feels the way they feel. Good for them. I know some folks get a little silent on me, so maybe you know you were being called out, but at the same time, I don't have to agree with everything. Plasma. I thought she was going to reveal. No shade, Plasma. I thought you were going to take off the coat at some point in time and have like a bit underneath here. If I'm talking about the clothes, she's cute. If I'm talking about the tap dancing, everything. Yeah. If the clothes, I was like, the clothes are all right. The dancing though, I was like, go ahead, Plasma. Go ahead, Plasma. I just didn't care about the clothes, but I personally enjoyed the presentation, if you will. Tap is not easy. I was like, well, this is giving her, brand. It's very that. It's very, Colors up top, and it's giving. I mean, it's giving that movie The War with Miss Cherry. Oh, Plasma, please. I hope you don't take offense to any of these jokes. I'm not speaking to people that'll take offense on behalf of their. I'm sensitive because of all the shit in history, but to you, I hope you don't take any of these personally. You do drag from a certain time frame, sister. It's all right. Like, you're not that girl. I promise you. You're not that. I'm sure you're not. I know you're not. But like, when I do see your drag sometimes, I do, it's funny. It's a little bit like, if this was that TV show, what was it called? Umbrella Academy, when everyone got thrown into different times. And let's say you were thrown into that one era that our poor sister who lost her voice was in, you would be just fine. Right. It's her shtick. I'm going to tease her though. And I can, because it's not to be taken seriously, but I think it's funny. So I'll continue. Did you know the Umbrella Academy's final season's coming out this year? Thank you, God. I'm sad to see it go, but I don't know where they can go with the series. The last season, what was it good? I think I did like the last season. I did. Last season was good. It's weird, but the last season was good. I also love that when RuPaul got the right reference, Plasma was like, exactly. It was so cute. But yes, I thought the dancing was great. Dancing was incredible. Outfit, maybe not my favorite. So giving for the presentation, she's cute for the look. Overall, she's cute, but totally giving for the talent of the tap. It's everything. Darnell, thank you so much for the TPP on Cash App. Thanks for the show. Hilarious. Appreciate you. Thank you, babe. Thank you, babe. They did Alex Dirty Girl. It was an interesting start for the show. I didn't know if I was going to like it because I'm like, why is he evil? What word are they in? And da 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 da. It was really weird, but I don't know. I ended up liking the season. It was pretty good. All right, closing this out. Who has seen the new Avatar show? I haven't watched it yet. I've seen some clips, some good and some not so much. It looks loads better than M. Night Shyamalan's version, though. I don't know if I'm going to watch it yet. All right, so for that poll, we have Plasma, 72% say she's cute, 16% of you chopped it, and 10% are giving Plasma some, little something. On to Morphine Love Dion. We have options like she's giving, is she cute, or is it a chop? I think Morphine look good. Personally. I thought the flamenco dress was gorgeous, to be real with you. Mug was right. Hair is done perfection. It was perfection in multiple occasions. It's giving. I even like it with the polka dots too. It's giving. I thought she looked gorgeous. Oh, wait a minute. Now, before I get to that Happy Meal, let's stay here. I like this. I did. The mug will never, ever lie. Ever. I just know I liked it. Y'all are hating on, no, I shouldn't say hating. Y'all wish the lining was different. What do you wish it was? I don't know. I'm here for it. I don't know if I've given her a giving yet, and I'm giving it today. You hear me? I don't know if I've given her a giving since the beginning of this season, so I'm giving it today. She's got it from me. It's there. If Raja can hate every look that Dawn does on Fashion Photo Review, I can give her a gift today. There you go. Every look that Dawn do. I'm like, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. All right, 50% of you said she's cute, 45% are giving, and 4% of you have chopped the morphine. All right, everybody. I'm choosing silence. I saw a comment that almost deserved a clap back. That was, how do you know? What do you know? What you talking about? Had to catch myself because I'm in a new attitude. The girls over on Reddit are mad. Stay mad. Dye your hair blue. Have yourself a Merry Christmas, boo. Look at me. I'm Mr. Meeseeks. This feels like it's supposed to be a new take on the McDonald's franchise, and I'm not loving it. But no. I did get salt and pepper, but like a concert no one went to. I saw a little Mary Jean Blige, but not Jay. I liked her dancing. Ends. I assumed I would get her in a Happy Meal, and her action was hip thrusting, arm shaking. Not for me. This is not Renaissance. This is not This is not Renaissance. I heard, Trey. Yeah, I heard you. That's not when on God's green earth did Tina fucking Knowles dress Beyonce, Giselle Knowles Carter, Calandria Rowland, Michelle. But fuck all that. Latavia and Latoya, because that's what this era would be given. It's a shot for me, and I love her. I do. I love her down. Uh. Whew, all right, moving forward. I gotta wrap this up quick. I love you, Maya. This wasn't for me, sweetie. I do love you though. No shade, baby. I'm tipping you down when I see you. I'm buying your merch when I catch you. I support you. I not for me, Jesus. Now, Jonathan, Janidra, plain Janidra, Planet Fitness. This is pretty. This is expensive. It's actually very expensive. I don't know how much you paid for it, but I can tell it was money. Okay, as someone, I used to date a guy who was in ballroom dancing, and I know how much goes into the looks. Okay. I'm gonna tell you this now. That dress is not cheap. If it was, she got a good deal on it. Money well spent. Beautiful dress. Beautiful dress. This is the first time she walked down the runway and didn't look like a buffoon, in my opinion. Because a lot of times she comes on the runway and she's like, "I'm about to piss," like, and it's kind of annoying to me. Like, she has a gigantic bubble in the back of her ass that's trying to like plume, and it always gives that. So today, I'm glad she was serving a little bit more severe. She was actually dancing a tad bit, and I was like, okay. I just want to know why she said it was Latina. There's non-Latin ballroom dancers. I mean, I don't know if that's the specific category that she went in for school as far as ballroom dancing goes. Maybe she was giving the Miami girls teas that dance up there. I don't know, but I didn't ask any questions because I have a very surface level knowledge of ballroom. I know the bits and pieces of it. We didn't date that long. He was cute though, but yes, very much that. Um, I think it looks good. I'm gonna say giving. I also say giving because this is so much better than last week, in my opinion. I wish her hair was different, but they're doing it to the aesthetic of the dancing, right? And so she was very much giving, this is going to be the hair if I was doing a ballroom moment. It's not going to be humongous. It's not going to be big. It's not going to be full drag. I did, Jane. I liked it. I thought it was pretty. I would have enjoyed seeing you and you and Tsunami out there with your similar dresses, like dancing differently. Because, baby, I love it when it's a little shimmy, it's a little shake, it's a little something, something, it's a little something. Latin ballroom is actual category in ballroom dancing world, which is common among Eastern Europeans, straight and gay. And there you have it. See how I said surface level, but now we have a new page? I just think she was doing specifically for the category and not thinking, let's drag this up. And I kind of appreciated it. Very that. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, those in between, and those who don't care to subscribe to anything, it's your boy, Mighty Rants. I appreciate you for tuning in. We're about to wrap up this review with getting on to the get-ons. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe and become part of my Rant Pack family. Thank you so much for being here today. Continuing on with this conversation and persuasion of many necessary things, we have our queens. Now, safe today. Greetings back to you in Norway, Michael. Or Mikkel? Is it Mikkel? Because I don't see the A. Or is it Michael just with an E? Mikkel or Michael? Let me know. Where's the screenshot on her back rolls, Maddie? I didn't see that. And I'm not even trying to protect nobody. I wasn't even looking at it like that. There were back rolls. I didn't see it. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't looking for it. I'm so sorry. There were rolls. Oh, I wasn't trying to pay attention to that. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm on my workout journey. Oh, there were Z. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't attack that lady today. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Y'all wanted me to hit her. I can't listen. I didn't have it in me today. I'm so sorry, kids. I'm so sorry. Maybe next time. I'll be more in line to focus on things. Bitch, I lost 20-something pounds in the last 4 months, and I am working the fuck out. The last thing I'm looking at is bodies made wrong. Did you hear me? I'm over here trying to get my 6-pack, and it's coming in. So I'm not trying to lose my blessings by zooming in on someone's back. Like, I'm just saying. I know what karma looks like, bitch. I am not about to hit her on the way to my trip to Miami. No, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. Love y'all, though. I do. Regardless of it all, I love every single one of you. I promise to Jesus. I do. You didn't strike me down, so I was sincere. Thank you. Tops and bottoms. Thank you, Graduate Thought. Are you working with a trainer? No, I use YouTube videos as my trainers. When I'm done with this whole entire process, I'm going to do a before and after picture. Even if it's not fully the way I want to look like, I'm going to be like, this is 40 days of not doing that. And then I'm just going to link every video I went to with the workout routines. Because there's a stretching video I use, there's a yoga video I use, and then there's one for lower abdominals to get the belly fat out. Because that was where a lot of the sugar and bread was for me. And then another video about being healthy with removing certain choices out of your diet, and a overall work team with resistance bands. Because that's how I work out. I work out with resistance bands, and I do a lot of butt and leg workout routines. So yes. Not for Lent. I'm not Catholic. I'm Seventh-day Adventist. This is just my own choice. It has nothing to do with any sort of commitment to God. On that level, it's a commitment to me. I'm getting older. I want to live a long time. And we need to focus on our body, because the older you get, the harder it is to maintain a well routine. And I would like to get on that path for myself personally. Because if I ever get on this show, y'all ain't going to be coming for me, bitch. Anywho, you will. Tops are Saphira Cristal, Mhi'Ya Iman LePage, and Plain Jane. Oh, there's ways to keep the cakes now. You got to do healthy fats like nuts. Okay, continue. And cream, like good like dairy. There's good dairies. There's bad dairies and there's good dairies. But like, yeah. So Mhi'Ya, Plain, and Saphira. Then you have in the bottom Tsunami, Morphine, and Nymphia win. Mm-hmm. Like there's like fatty yogurts that are really good, and then there's like nuts that you can eat that are really good for you, but there are also different options because with nuts you have to worry about your portion sizing. And I also recommend not salted nuts because you don't want your sodium intake to go up too, because that's also going to be like too much for you. So I would say unsalted nuts. They're actually really good. Like if you get used to eating them like I am, it's pretty. I enjoy a little, you know, cashew in my mouth. You know, a little walnut in me. Walnut, you know. Catch the walnuts. Gross. Um, I'm good with the top three. I'm glad Mhi'Ya's track record's very interesting. She's got one win, we got one high, and then it's been an interesting ride on lows and bottoms, right? Jane has very much a good consistent record right now with her high placement. Saphira as well, even though she only has one win. Mama has literally been high or safe. They either speaking to her or not. I think maybe only one time she was safe, or maybe it was twice. I can't remember. Maybe one time. Twice. Probably twice. Either way. Interesting. Nymphia, I was a little nervous. But I felt like her runway was going to save her. I just knew it was going to be Tsunami versus Morphine. I knew it. I knew it. I was like, yep, this is going to be it. The outfit saved her. Had to for Nymphia. Now, I'll be real with you. Yes, I wanted Saphira to win. I felt Saphira was the winner for me. I still could see Jane winning today. When Jane saw Saphira go to the back, it was immediate clutch. Because she's like, oh, it's me. Because I think in her mind, she thought Saphira was going to win too. So it was like, oh. Like, oh, okay, yeah. I would agree, but I'm here for it, Jane. Go off, Jane. Get you a W. You did do good in the Snatch Game. Your outfit was beautiful. I may have had more that I could agree with, more that I could resonate with Saphira on a relatable level, but I'm not going to knock what was given today, okay? You did that. You ain't used your immunity potion either. They're going to have to make you use it soon because the gag is no longer giving. That's my only issue with Jane right now. The gag is no longer giving. We ask her every day. She says, no, mama. And I just am like, oh, well, what is the point of this? At this point, I want you to take it away from her, throw it into a fucking roulette, and then just hand it to somebody else and say, you must drink it at this point. The bottom two, like we all saw coming, was Morphine versus Tsunami. I was shocked at the song. I was like, oh, it's not a bad one. It's not a bad one at all. Oh, that's right. Actually, let's go back here real quick. Q. The way they caught you in the back gave you bitch edit. I know Q's not a bitch. They gave her a bitch edit. That was such a bitchy thing to catch her on. Why would you show that? Like, yeah, that happened, but I thought to myself, damn, you are really trying to make her look like a little bit of a prick. Because I said, oh, not Mhi'Ya winning. They're not going to give it to Mhi'Ya. I was like, what? There might, hold on. Like, I'm shocked they gave her that. I'm like, why would you share that with us as the audience? Because look what just happened. They blew that whole moment up. I'm not taking that as being nasty. I'm taking it as Q, like, probably is a little tipsy. Y'all know those House of Love cocktails can get you where you need to go. I'm not trying to make excuses for nobody, but like, folks that drink start truth telling. And I think a lot of that was Q back there, like actually gagging out loud by accident. And they were just like, oh my God. Q probably like, girl. She's like, what? They can't hear me. Oh, goodness. Anywho, I thought this was a good lip sync, personally. I still feel like the edit was a little light this week, even though it was a long episode. It was kind of sad to see two friends lip sync against each other. I just think that Morphine wanted it more than Tsunami. And not to shade Tsunami, but there was points when she was playing to the back and she just was wiggling a little bit and pointing and then clap a little bit with her. It was like, what is going on? Meanwhile, Morphine's out there going for the gusto. I did like it when they were both dancing with each other. I thought it was beautiful. I don't know. I was not prepared to see Tsunami go home. Honey, that leg was up. I said, go ahead, Morphine. That leg was up. Oop. Swallowed up. Go ahead, bitch. She was fighting for it. She was fighting. That was it for me. She was fighting. I'm watching these two friends compete. I'm watching another one do what Whitney would never do to her own song, dance. If you know Whitney Houston, you know what I'm talking about. I'm your baby tonight. Y'all remember that video? Whatever you want from me, whatever you need from me, I'm your baby tonight. I know it, I know it, I know it. Whitney can't dance. Whitney was rhythmically challenged. Okay. So I don't know. Maybe Tsunami was doing it correctly. Oh no. You know what, Poppy? This is the statement I want to keep. Hey, thank you, Poppy. Tsunami was trying to make this duet instead of a battle. I do agree. At one point when she picked up the flower and then walked over to Morphine while Morphine was literally emoting and performing to the judges, it then took Morphine out of that space, but she went right back to it again. Whereas you saw an entire moment of her pick up the flower and walking up and da 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 da. Woo. Marisol, yeah, I would say for a season with a lot of Latin representation. I was like, well, good evening. It's out the door with you, you shall go. Not back to back too. Ooh. Oh. Oh my God. Back to back. Geneva. Magami. Tsunami. Back to back. Did Candy Ho go home on Snatch Game? Did Lanacia Sparks also go home on Snatch Game? Wait, y'all. Candy didn't make it to Snatch Game, I think. What episode was that? I still stand by my 3, though. That's why I was shaking. If I was wrong. If I was wrong. If I was wrong. Was I wrong? You would have thought it was September. Not. I hope this was not during September when this had happened during Latin Heritage Month. Now that would have been something. For these last 3 episodes, Donald Trump had the vote. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But it is kind of like, wow. just a little bit like, okay. Jazzy, I know I'm just playing, but like, I'm going to let y'all know something real quick. I am very aware of everything. Time, schedule, when they went, when they did. Don't ever rethink that and question that with me. You should know by now. You never have to reapply that lipstick with me, if anything. I just like to make little statements, gestures, scenarios and situations, all that jazz, right? Moving forward and moving on and wrapping this up. Morphine, I guess it didn't hit because ain't no one was knocked out from this. We certainly felt that fight, but this was a hard one. It was kind of tough for everyone. It's a bit tough for everyone. Saphira was sad. Jane was sad. That's I know folks were like, well, she was safe and boring. I saw conversations. I saw people making posts and stuff like that. I like Tsunami's energy. It was something about her not being, it was like a nice vibe to it, very level-headed and even. It was never like too much, even when it came down to the Q situation, like even how she responded to that, it was not of the muse variety that we're used to. Shout out to the Candy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Dahlia Sins. But I'm just saying, like, she came in very level-headed, beautiful girl, beautiful queen, beautiful young man outside of drag. You know what I'm saying? There was an evenness about Tsunami that I liked, and it was necessary sometimes. And I think very much Untucked was where I would see my baby do what they got to do. You know what I mean? I was very much a fan of Tsunami. I thought they were very chill. Now, could this have been a bigger package? Yeah. Could this have been a little bit more explosive? Made you look. Yes. Yes. But for what it's worth, I had a good time with Shizou. I did. I'm buying a shirt. If it's $40, I'm buying a badge. Something under 20. Hey, ladies, for DragCon this year, I know you got bills to pay. Girl, $40 a t-shirt, please. If we're going to do meet and greets, can we at least make it $20 minimum? Maybe less than that, 10, please? Please. There are so many people I wanted to see, but I was like, now, I came in here with money and I'm already broke and I can't see everybody. So now I got to depend on you just walking somewhere to me, catch you just walking somewhere. And then I feel bad because I didn't buy nothing, but I'm like, I just want to give you your coots, bitch. We had to do that with Georges when I had saw her walking one time because her line was so damn long. I'm like, I love you, girl, but I actually had like a lot to do that day. So we had to do a drive-by. Oh. I don't know. Everybody, everything I said today, please do not take it personal. I'm all about jokes. I'm all about having a good time. I'm very much the Fozzie Bear of this drag race YouTube community. Whether I have the subscribers or not, or the pool, or whether my jokes land or not with you. Nothing is meant to be malicious, to be full of hate. Nothing is meant to take anybody down. I'm only here for a good time, and this program is and always was for entertainment purposes only. So please do not send hate to anybody that we talked about today or the shows or individuals mentioned. It's kind of gross. Don't do all that. I had a speech at the beginning of this episode. You should totally listen to it. I went there. As you can see, Emrika's in the chat. I also saw Crystal up in this piece. I got Happiness. I think I saw you up in here too. My moderators, I appreciate you for being a part of the conversation, and especially to Emrika, who has been so kind over the years now with doing the timestamps on this channel. If you want to get to the point, it's in the comment section, if you will. Big shout out to my cousin. Yes, cousin, I saw the tip. My cousin Rob. I'm going to just say that. I'm not going to give your full name. It's very like I like it. Thank you for the tippy poo raw. It's so funny that I get to say that with the big family that we have, the huge family that we have. There's very few of us in the community, and you're one of my people. I see you. I see you, cousin. That's my cousin, y'all. Fahrenheit. Hey, cuz. I have a picture with him on Instagram when I went out there to visit in New York. But that's my cousin Rob. Hey, cuz. But yeah, I got to know Rob later on when I thought I was the only gay in the family, and I was like, "Oh my god, you too! Oh my god! Yes, yes!" Happiness 234. Have you seen the fake wiki on you, Maddie? No, that doesn't sound good. There's a fake wiki on me. Happiness, why would you tell me that? Oh my god. No, I haven't seen the fake WikiLeaks page on me. I'm not quite sure what it says. I'm assuming the worst possible because people have been attacking me the past couple of years and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. No, I didn't know about that. All right. Let's move on. Hey, everybody. Well, thank you for tuning in today. Is there a way I can report that? I don't want to look at it. All right, I gotta go. Thank y'all for tuning in today. I appreciate y'all for being here today. I will see you tomorrow for the panel. I'll talk to you then. Listen. Yeah.